It says I'm live. Cool. It says I'm live. All right. Alrighty. Okay. What up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to get this I'm trying to get my phone to work, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of on that other stuff right now, so once I get this phone positioned, I'll start. But man, I'm not doing anything today. Really, I'm just drawing Quavo. You know, I drew out a picture of Quavo about a year ago. And I was just like, I don't know, just go ahead and draw it, you know. I never really got the chance to draw it. I mean, I've had the chances to draw it. I just really haven't got the chance to actually put it together. But I said I was going to do it on YouTube like a year ago. And now I'm here and I want to do it now. So, you know, that's what it is. This is Illustrator. This is Illustrator. So last time I got on live with you guys, I was saying that this was gonna be something that I do kind of weekly, but then it turned into a bi-weekly thing. And last week I just kind of didn't even have it to do because I was just a bunch of projects left and right. You know what I'm saying? Had a shot a wedding. I did some stuff for a very important figure and all that stuff. So at this point in time, now I have time to sit back and actually work on things with you guys and all that stuff. So you know, we're just here to talk and draw. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, man. Illustrator, way different from what Photoshop was, you know? So, I mean, I might do some things in Photoshop, not this one. But when you dive into, like, Illustrator and you start actually working on it and stuff like that, it's not even that intimidating. In this case, I recommend you get, like, an iPad Pro or something like that, or a drawing tablet, and then go into town, because using some of these tools and stuff like that, I mean, unless you're good with, like, I mean, how good are you with the pen tool? Have you ever used the pen tool? You know, Tony? Once you start getting the pen tool down, things get a little bit more easier in, like, Illustrator and stuff like that. So I recommend you try to learn the pen tool as much as possible. But if not, get yourself a drawing tablet, and Illustrator becomes the most easiest thing out here. You should live stream video games too. Yeah, I probably should, man. Actually, what I was thinking about doing was, like, every Friday I was gonna play, like, spades on the internet. But then I was like, is there a law against playing like spades on YouTube? You know, because I was thinking, like, you know, Facebook got that spades or whatnot that you can do. Can I show you how to delete a background in Illustrator? Yeah. Actually, so before I do that, I'll show you. So let's just say, well, when you come on Illustrator, this is your background, right? Like, it's just a blank canvas. And I don't know. Let me pull up one real quick. Let's just say, I don't know, you put one of these out. You know, let's just say this is your background. All right. There's your background. All right. And if you want to delete it, just delete it out. Simple, right? Are you talking about, like, deleting from a picture? because that's probably not gonna work, you know. We live, baby. Yeah, man, I'm here for you guys, so let's just go ahead and do this. But what's been going on with you guys, man? I really want to know what's up. Like, how y'all been doing? No, I never worked with the pen tool. It looks different. It looks difficult. Yeah, the pen tool can be hard, but once you really start figuring out how to use it, as a matter of fact, I've done a whole bunch of tutorials on my channel about it. I can show you real quick. Just give you like a small little tutorial on it so you can kind of get it. I'm not sure if mine is showing the screen or showing like the if you guys can see like my mouse cursor and stuff like that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can change that up. I don't know if I can do that without stopping the stream. But Jordan, boy, ain't you supposed to be out of town, boy? That's my little cousin. Shout out to Jordan, man. It's my little cousin out there. He needs to get on this stuff. It's the next biggest thing in my family right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can actually even see how I did that. Just kind of watching it as it goes. I'm probably gonna do a live stream specifically on the pen tool, you guys, you know, because like I know that's something that you guys kind of like, that once you guys figure out the pen tool for like Photoshop, Illustrator becomes that much easier, you know what I'm saying? But right now I can't do it because I have to stop the stream to come back on and show you guys how to do it. I might show you guys, as a matter of fact, if I get enough likes and there's a lot of people on here or whatnot talking about it, man, you making that joint look easy. Yeah, it is. But if you get enough likes and there's a lot of people that comes up on here or whatnot, after like today, I might do one tomorrow. I might do a pen tool tutorial tomorrow on live. So let me guys know, you guys know that once this happens, you know, that happens too. So let's kind of like finish this out or whatnot. But this is pretty super simple, man. Once you get a pen, once you get like an Apple Pen or a Surface Pro or, you know, a brush, just anything, you know, like a drawing tablet, this becomes simple. So just kind of draw over it and just kind of trace out the lines. Now, what I did was I drew this on paper and I uploaded it pretty much to my computer by taking a picture, you know, just taking a regular picture on my phone and just uploading it to myself. Dang. Somebody calling me. But once that happens, you know, it's real simple to go. Like, this is real simple to do. What other things would you guys like to see me like work on the channel or anything like that? Because I mean, I don't mind doing anything for real, but I just want to make sure that, you know, y'all are getting some value out of me. My little cousin on here. His name's Supremo. Where'd you get that name from? And yeah, once you guys like, I promise you, man, once you get that that pen tool down, you know, like you'll find yourself doing like cuts in Photoshop like super simple. I mean, it's gonna be like, I don't know, it takes a while to do. And one of my old design mentors, not the one that passed away, but my design mentor, whatnot, from college, he said to me that, you know, you take a lot of time to do a lot of things, but if you know, well, no, his exact words were it's gonna take a lot of time, but the results are gonna be like that much better, you know. So, and I guess that wasn't really his exact words, but you know, the more time you take doing it, the better it's gonna come out. You know, and that's something that is actually kind of true. You know, especially with graphic design and stuff like this, because you want to have the best audience. You know, you want to take your time developing your audience and stuff like that. And then not only that, you want to take your time developing your skills, you know. So as you can see, like, I can make a good line here, but I need that line to be the best line, you know. So I'm going to keep going over it and over it, you know. I didn't make the best line right here, so I'm going to delete that out and try it again. You know, it's just like that. Like, it's trial and error. You have to keep going. No, that's not the best line, but it's better than what it was the line beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Drawing, especially in Illustrator, this stuff gets it gets hard, you know. I mean, let me say it like this. It's overwhelming already because there's like a bunch of tools that you guys don't know how to use in Illustrator. And that's even with Photoshop too. Photoshop gets hard, you know what I mean? But, you know, once you figure out what means, are you a graphic designer? Yes, I've been a graphic designer for about 10 years now. I went to school for it. I even study it now. Like, it's not even something that you can just, you know, stop studying, because graphic design in its own is just always changing. There's always some type of shift. There's always a trend that needs to be redone and all that stuff. So, or looked at and observed. But yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I've been doing this for 10 years. What am I doing right now? I'm more of an illustrator, you know, but I do have some graphic designs, and I have listed this stuff on my internet, not my internet, but my website, and you guys can definitely like check out my designs and stuff like that. It's robertloyale.com. You can go over there. As a matter of fact, I have some vector packs that you guys can use in any project. I make mock-ups like almost all the time, and I work on branding, you know. So like, you starting a brand and you need a logo and stuff like that, I'm always here for you. Always here for you. How does Quavo picture coming out? What it look like to you guys? Should I stop? Should I scrap it? Should I show you guys something else? I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the background picture, and I'm gonna reveal it to you guys real quick. Still need some work, but you know it's going. Cool. I need a t-shirt website update. I mean, are you using what are you using for like your website? Continue it, yeah. How to use the puppet tool? I haven't done puppet tool in a while, but I'll definitely show you guys how to do it. It's kind of an outdated technique, you know what I'm saying? But puppet tool is I'll show you guys how to use it. Let me see. See, this one was kind of like a scribble for me, so I'm gonna have to scribble in these lines for it to get exact. But matter of fact, I don't mind doing that. I can scribble out these lines. I don't really mind. You mean the software used on the website? Yeah, what software are you using on the website? Are you using like Wix, or are you using not Spreadshirt, but Squarespace? Are you using, you know, what are you using? Big Cartels? Like, I want to know what you guys are using, because I was actually supposed to put out, yeah, that scribble don't look all that good. I was actually supposed to put out some website templates for you guys, but I'm trying to figure out if you guys are using Adobe Muse, or, you know, because I use Muse. And I mean, I do know the code and all that stuff, but I rather use Adobe Muse because, you know, I get the design out quick, you know, and it looks better to me when you get well, to me, it just looks better when you can have a product done and visible for people to see, instead of having to go in with the mock-ups and the codes and all that stuff. Using WordPress. Okay. I mean, I can look at it. I can give you an audit if you want me to look at your website to see if it actually needs like an updating or something like that, or just a, you know, a rebrand or something. So, you know, hit me up on Instagram. I'm gonna leave that in the chat real quick so you guys know where to go. Let me see. Close this down. I'll leave my Instagram in the chat box so you guys can, like, you know, get up on that if you guys want to follow me. If you're not following me, you probably should. Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. You know, leave it in like my comments or something like that, that, you know, this is what we were supposed to do. And hit me up and I'll hit you back. Let's see what this shading looks like. I like it. I'm not loving it, but I like it. So we'll just go from there. I would love to keep the scribble patterns, but I mean, it's too messy. So I mean, I'm gonna do these lines. I'm gonna do this line shading first, and I'm gonna see what that looks like. But then if it doesn't work out, I'll just I'll go back to the scribbles. Not really feeling those scribbles though right now. What do you guys feel? I feel like I should give you guys like story times, but you know what? Like, I don't even know what stories to tell you guys. I know a lot of people get on like live to do a story time and stuff like that. But I'm not even that type of YouTuber, you know? And you guys, the way that I'm getting like these straight lines is I'm holding down shift and I'm just, you know, making the brush stroke. So, you know, if I want to make like consistent lines like this, you know, I do it like that. Also, I have a t-shirt mock-up on there. It looks like it can't be configured correctly. Yeah, man, show me your t-shirt mock-ups, man. You know I do that professionally. That's my little thing, so. Actually, I'm just gonna scribble this one in. I didn't hear what you said. What is question mark? What is that? You a screen printer? No, but best screen printer that I know, T-shirt chick. You guys, are you subscribed to T-shirt chick? Is she a screen printer? She's not a screen printer. She's a I think she does screen print. Yeah. T-shirt chick. Yeah, best screen printer I know. T-shirt chick. Oh, you in the print squad? That's what's up. You know, I want to do a live with her sometime, but it just seemed like we got conflicting schedules and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not feeling that shading. I'm not feeling this color black, low key. So I'm gonna change all of this black. Like, if you guys know me, that's the one thing I like to do is I like to make sure that black is not that like dark. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? Hold up. All right, cool. Almost had an issue. But She changed her live from Sundays to Thursdays. Yeah. At one point, she was just going live all the time. It seemed like she was doing it every day. I was like, okay, T-shirt chick live. I think that was like, honestly, outside of this being the summer, you know, I'm gonna put you guys on game or something. You know, growing a YouTube channel is not that hard. You know, you just gotta know how like things work. You gotta learn how like. Yeah, she saved my business, honestly. That's what's up. But you gotta learn how like how people play on things, you know. For example, it's the summertime. Let's see. It's the summertime. People out of school. You know, people got problems in their life, you know, probably kids. Or if they don't have kids, they're, you know, trying to just make money just to get places in the world. And what is YouTube? If on his basic level, what is YouTube? You know, an extension to Google that actually, you know, teaches people. It's an education spot. So if people are gonna look around, if people want to look around for like, you know, how to do this or how to do that, they're gonna come on like YouTube, and that's gonna grow those education channels, you know, faster. So, you know, when you see like people go from like, I don't know, 10,000 to like 100,000 in like, you know, 2 or 3 months because they're posting all the time during the summer. Well, you know, they just took advantage of like the summer, just people's minds, you know what I'm saying, during the summer, because during the summer, that's what people want. They want to be like educated on how to make this money. And in T-shirt chicks, I think her spike happened. I think her spike happened like sometime around like April or May. Like, what is this, May? Hers happened like sometime around like April, and that's right when school was getting out for like college or collegiates and stuff like that. Everybody was looking to start their business like early before the summer started, you know. So she got that good hit in or whatnot, and I'm actually happy for her. Like she been grinding out on YouTube way longer than me. And as a matter of fact, she's one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that either. You know, I should probably just trace it like it is, you know, and not even worry about. I should probably just trace it the way it is, like, instead of, you know, adding extras and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace it. But no, she actually inspired me to get into YouTube, you know. And once I started seeing like how things work during the summer, I think I went from, during the summer for me, I went from like, I think it was like 50 to like 400, you know, over the summer once I dropped that one video. And all it is, and even it's not even just YouTube, it's like really just about being a person in general, you know. Once you drop value, and that value makes sense. Once you drop an honest value, okay, like honest value, like something that people can be like, yes, I agree with that, I can subscribe to that. That's when it's gonna grow, you know. Yeah, you can say, you know, you can say what you want on like entertainment channels and stuff like that. No, you gotta be entertaining. You gotta be relatable. Like, yeah, you are relatable once you drop in value, but you know, you gotta be entertaining and all that stuff. And yeah, that's cool and all, but once you drop in value and people can see that you're a really cool person and you're giving value at the same time, like you're genuinely trying to help other people like become better, you know. You're taking the knowledge that you had and you're sharing it with other people. Once people can see that you're doing that, you can't fake that, you know? Like, you can't fake being genuine. I really don't want to go with the shading that I have, but I'd rather it look consistent to the actual sketch than not, you know? Yeah, she started out doing videos about random stuff. She was nominated. Yep, you know, cause she's genuine. She's genuine. I'm actually pretty proud of her. I wish she was on stream now, you know. I wish we could stream together one day, cause that would be fun. you know, but T-shirt chick is awesome. T-shirt chick TV. I will leave. Well, I guess. Nah, you know, go to my channel. Go to my channel. Look up T-shirt chick TV, and matter of fact, in my friends on my channel, it's like right there on the side somewhere, or channels that are related or stuff like that. T-shirt chick TV comes up. She comes up, so you can find her. Super simple. She talks a lot about screen printing, and I mean, she does small graphic design tutorials like how to halftone, because you know, she's a printer. She's talking about, you know, techniques that will make it easier for you when you go to a print shop. So halftoning and stuff like that, cool. You need that, you know. I mean, I talk about that too, but she goes a little bit more in depth into it, because I mean, that's what she's looking for when people come to her. Yeah, so this is more of like a paint with Rob. I don't know how this picture is gonna turn out. I'm not giving it too much. I'm just tracing, all right, you know. So, but yeah, definitely everybody, you know, if you're gonna subscribe to me, I definitely want you to subscribe to her as well, because she definitely, it's like hand in hand, you know. She's a screen printer. I'm a graphic designer. Boom. Messed up. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. So there's some things that I feel like, all right, so when it comes to Illustrator, all right, like I'm so out of touch. I'm so out of like reality with Illustrator, because like I've been doing this for years now. Well, yeah, I started back in 2016. I taught myself 2016, and then 2017 I just ran with it, you know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, another reason why I started my channel was just to practice practice YouTube, but practice Illustrator. And now I'm kind of like out of touch on like things that people will want to learn when it comes to Illustrator. So what are some things that you guys struggle with in Illustrator? I can possibly start clearing up for you guys in videos when I record them and stuff like that. Man, I'm just thinking about where I was at when I drew this picture, like mentally and physically. So I was in Chicago, for starters. That's one. You struggle with the layers. Yeah, that was, you know what, that is something I need to talk about, is layers and the differences between Photoshop and Illustrator. Are you using Photoshop? Have you used Photoshop, or are you using like something different, like Corel Draw or something like that? I don't want to know. But no, I remember when I drew this picture, I was in Chicago at that library, and you know, shout out to that library, because you know, they weren't really that bad. It's just there was some things that kind of like got on my nerves, but you know, that's with every job. But I was at that job, and I was just like, man, I'm so tired of this, you know. And I was just like, let me just start drawing, you know, because there was no patrons coming through. I was just sitting there. You know, sometimes we had fast days, other times we had slow days, and in this case, that was a slow day for me. Yep. I have the latest Photoshop CC 2018, also Illustrator. Great with Photoshop. Yeah, I think that's everybody, man. Everybody's like really good with Photoshop, you know. But when it comes down to like Illustrator, struggle. And I think it's because it's intimidating just a little bit. You know, the layers, crazy. I can give you a breakdown of these layers right now, but I think I'd have to change the layout just a little bit to show you guys. I'm probably gonna have to do that on a video. So if you're subscribed to me, I'm gonna I definitely didn't post anything this week because I needed a break from everything. I just got done doing a photo shoot last Saturday. I did a no, that was last Friday. That last Saturday I did a wedding. So I was doing a photography there, and then it was like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, it felt like 100 degrees outside that day. I sweated everything out, my deodorant. I sweated my what is it? I'm pretty sure I sweat through the cologne that I had on, you know. Yeah. Illustrator is definitely one of those intimidating like softwares. I'm thinking about doing, honestly, I'm thinking about moving into a consistent live on like Friday nights, you know. Friday nights around like 7 o'clock CST. So if you're in New York, that's 5 o'clock, no, 6 o'clock there. And if you're in LA, I think that's like 5 o'clock over there. Yeah. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I think that would be a more consistent time for me. Every second, well, not every second, but every other Friday, I'll probably go live then, and we'll have like another sit back talk and draw. But I know some of you guys want me to talk and actually teach, you know. I was thinking about creating a Udemy class. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, I was sitting there thinking, like, you know, I can give you guys tutorials on here and stuff like that. How Smiley Outfitter's doing. It's actually doing pretty well. I like the way that I actually, you know what, I am going to change the layout just a little bit, because I want to show you guys what you guys have been seeing on my Instagram, you know, those little pop figure heads or whatnot, my logo. You guys have seen that stuff, right? I'm actually putting those on t-shirts now. So that's something that I'm going to be putting out there for Smiley Outfitters. I think it's going pretty well. I haven't really promoted the Instagram page because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the Instagram guy, you know. My Instagram, man, zeros. You know, I would like more people to, you know, follow me on Instagram, but I'm just gonna keep it real. If I was to grade my social media presence, it would go YouTube. I'd give that, like, to be honest with you, like, I like the way my YouTube is working, but I give it a B. You know, I give it a B, and that's because I know where I'm falling on that one. I'm not being as consistent as I'm supposed to. You know, I'm not uploading like 3 times a week like I was when I first started. But my Instagram, I mean, I just started doing things on my Instagram, you know, which I made that mock-up Apple Watch template or whatnot so I can put out a message. You know, I'm just being really consistent on my Instagram now. But as far as like Smiley Outfitters Instagram go, man, I haven't even like touched it yet, and I'm really trying to, like, I'm giving it some time. And that reminds me, I did a contest last week, and I wanted you guys to kind of like vote for it, or not last week, but 2 weeks. I wanted you guys to vote for a winner or whatnot. And, you know, I wanted you guys to participate in it because I was going to give the winner a free mock-up, one of my best mock-ups, you know, for free, which is, you know, that shoe mock-up that I made that came with the so it was a Vans shoe mock-up, and it came with the sweatshirt, the sweatshirt t-shirt kind of thing, you know, the hoodie t-shirt, which is pretty cool. You guys got that for free, you know, instead of like paying on it or paying for, you know, a monthly for Patreon or anything like that. So I wanted you guys to do that, but only 2 people submitted something, you know, which in that case, like, those 2 win. It's by default, like, those 2 people win. I can't just one or the other, you know, unless you guys still want to kind of judge it. But in my eye, I just feel like those 2 people win because they hopped on it, you know, and they did what they had to do. So shout out to them too. I'm gonna put it up once I get done, you know, shading in his hair and stuff like that. Like, I really feel bad. I really did bad on this. I'm really struggling with image tracing to get cut lines for my paintings. Did you say paintings? I didn't see that last part. Hold on, I'm gonna take a break real quick, and then I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. All right, let's kind of look at that chat, because I know you said something and it kind of like went past. See, okay, I'll let everybody know next Friday you'll do a live about Illustrator and Photoshop. Matter of fact, bro, somebody up here said that I should probably live stream video games. I was thinking about live streaming. Oh, that was my little cousin. I was thinking about live streaming spades on here. I don't know. I'm gonna try it, but I feel like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna research that a little bit more before I do that. So that's one. Smiley Outfitters, like I said, is doing pretty cool. Miami. You live in Miami, you go by New York time, so that'd be so if I'm doing at 6, no, if I'm doing at 7, that's what, 8 o'clock your time? No, yeah, 6 p.m. So I'm doing it at 6 p.m. All right, let me start over. Live stream. I'm gonna start doing it on Fridays, Friday nights, 6 p.m. CST, which is 7 p.m. your time. Okay, so 7 p.m. In New York time. I think that's 4 p.m. in LA. Okay. The pop figures are cool, thank you. You said I'm really struggling with the tracing to get cut lines for my cutter. Oh, okay, yeah. Your cut lines for your cutter, you mean as far as like printing and all that stuff? Like before you like, you know, put that on a t-shirt? Is that what you're saying? Let me look at this. Okay. Brittany, thank you for coming out, and thank you for the compliments. Yeah, okay. Your plat color, cutter for your vinyl so you can print. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm not when it comes to me and like, you know, printing t-shirts and stuff like that, I'm always just gonna use paper, and then I'm probably gonna use the not paper, but I'm not gonna use vinyls. I'm gonna use the transfer paper. Yeah, paper. I'm using transfer paper, and I'm going to always use scissors whenever I get the chance to, you know, if I have to. So I'm not into the vinyl thing. I do have a cousin though who is, and she's a beast with it. But, you know, she lives out here in St. Louis. Jason, what's good, bro? What's good, man? How's business? Matter of fact, how's everybody's business going, man? I'm supposed to look, Patreon subscribers right now. I know you guys, a lot of people don't like Patreon and stuff like that, and I understand. As a matter of fact, shout out to you guys that are Patreon subscribers. You guys are awesome. I'm putting out. I didn't put out a mock-up this week, and I'm sorry about that. But like I said, I had to take a break for everything. But you guys are sticking in there with me, and I'm definitely gonna give you guys a shout out this week. I'm giving everybody that has a store a shout out, you know, for my Patreon. So I want you guys to know that if you guys are a Patreon subscriber, you're getting a shout out this week. I will be looking at your websites, and I will be giving like my honest review on it. And I'm just going to tell you guys now, I will be looking at like my favorite shirts from you guys' stores, and it will be, you know, listed on in front of my videos. So if you guys if you guys are very insecure about y'all stores right now, if you're a Patreon subscriber and you're very insecure about your store, I'm sorry, but you know, I'm giving you guys shout outs, so definitely go onto that post on Patreon and leave y'all's links and stuff like that, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's see how that's looking. It's looking a little bit more better now that it's not just black and white, right? Well, it is black and white, but you know, there's more of that line, good old color quality and stuff like that in there, so it looks pretty cool. So how's everybody's business going? Like I said, how's everybody doing in business? I want to know. You know, I've been giving you guys some value and stuff like that. I you know, talked to you guys about starting, and I just want to know how everybody's doing. Yo, can I give you guys some tips real quick? I've been thinking about guerrilla marketing for a while. You know, does everybody know what guerrilla marketing is? Like, I want to know before I even start talking about it. Do you guys know what guerrilla marketing is? Let me see here. Check the chat. No, you don't know what guerrilla marketing is? Okay. Butterman Ranton, how you doing, bro? Been a while. See. Curious, huh? Matter of fact, let me if you guys know anybody that, you know, would like to know some marketing techniques and stuff like that, share this stream out to them real quick. You know, sit them down, talk to them. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some real quick. So once we let me see. So how many people in here today right now? We have 4 people watching. I'm gonna go ahead and like my own stuff real quick. We got 4 people watching, which is cool. But when we get to 10, once we get to 10, if we get to 10, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, talk to you guys a little bit more about guerrilla marketing and what that is and what it does for your business and all that type of stuff. Okay, guerrilla marketing, t-shirt, well, not even just t-shirts, but, you know, t-shirt businesses and guerrilla marketing, hand in hand, man. You guys will love that. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about my brand again, you know, because it was brought up, and I wanted to know if there's anybody here that wouldn't mind. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that for another time. Probably shouldn't. I'll do it like this. It doesn't matter. How many people we got in here? Or is everybody looking at their phone right now? I definitely want more people to hear about this one. And I mean, of course, if I don't get it tonight, you know what I'm saying, if we don't get 10 people watching or anything like that, you know, we can always make a video on it, and that'll come out. That won't come out this week because I've already got this week's videos done, but it will come out within the next 2 weeks. Nope. We got 10 right now. Oh, dang. Did it come up to 10 already? We only got 5. We got 5 more to go. Yep, once we get that good old 10, I'll explain guerrilla marketing and how that can actually help you guys. Oh man, y'all saying that y'all met up before? Hey man, should I do a meetup? If I went to I know New York Fashion Week is like, yeah, New York Fashion Week is over. I think it's over. But if I went to New York Fashion Week, would you guys come? Meet up and all that stuff? We do a little meetup. Jason, do you live in NYC or what's up? When's the next fashion week? I know, man, I wanted you guys to come out to the Chicago Fashion Week, man, but you know, I want to start vlogging. I'm actually, you know what, effing, I'm gonna start vlogging. I can't say I want to start doing it, you know, I can actually start doing it, so start vlogging, and then we're gonna start going to like different events and stuff like that. New York Fashion Week, Chicago Fashion Week. You know, go to LA and stuff like that. VidCon passed, and you know, of course, I didn't get invited. You know, I'm still young and all that stuff, so of course they don't know me yet. But once they do, you know, I'll be there. Another thing, you know, I've been trying to get into Adobe Max. I've been trying to get into Adobe Max, and it seems like Adobe isn't like looking at your boy yet. Grew up outside. You grew up in New York, but now you live outside of New York. You live in Jersey. Oh man, everybody in here, Prince Squad, huh? See, I mean, and that shows you like she needs to get on this. If she was here, I'd invite her to stream with me because I feel like, you know, we're like content. We're the same part. We're not the same person, but we go together like, you know, peanut butter and jelly. We go together like hot dogs and hamburger. Well, hot dogs and mustard. We'll say that. We go together like chicken and hot sauce. Alright, let's see how this look. How y'all feeling this one? Hey, another quick question. You know, New York and all that stuff. Didn't Supreme come out of New York? Supreme kind of New York, right? Okay, scuba on. So let me see here. What is that? So we got we went from 5 to 3. Well, 5 to 4. Man, and so wait. So I just want to know real quick. So is it just that one guy here is from New York, or everybody from New York, or y'all was from New York and y'all just moved? What's up, bro? Man, right now I'm trying to keep in some people to watch. Once we get to like 10 viewers, I'm gonna talk about guerrilla marketing. You from Chicago? Man, I just left Chicago, man. It's cold out there, what? Compton. What's the update on the viewers watching? Did we get 10 yet? Or we at 6? That has to be 10 now. That's 5. That's 5, 4, 7. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. Hold on, let me go ahead and do that real quick. Somebody's calling my cell phone. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it. Because I think we hit like 10 like 6 times already, but people come in and leave type stuff. Guerrilla marketing is when you do stuff outside of like the platform that's shocking. So when you think about the word guerrilla, what do you think about? Like guerrilla warfare. You know what I'm saying? Guerrilla warfare is that's how they snuck in on their predators without them knowing, and then they took over. You know what I'm saying? So in guerrilla marketing, you should do the exact same thing. You should surprise the market with something big. So you guys remember when Pepsi was giving out free Pepsis? They made this Pepsi machine that didn't have any money. You didn't have like a money slot, right? And anytime somebody went up to it, you can find this on YouTube low key. Anytime somebody went up to it, they got a free Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do was push a button, and then somebody's arm came out and they gave them a free Pepsi. You know what I mean? That's guerrilla marketing. It's those little moments that you do. I mean, you don't have to give something away for free, but it's those little things or whatnot that people remember. And this is what guerrilla marketing does. It, one, stays in people's minds, and it, two, makes people pull out their cell phones and take a picture of it. And then right there, you just got free advertisement, because they're going to put that on Instagram. They're going to put that on Facebook. Some people might Snapchat that, That one simple technique of you doing something that's going to surprise the masses is guerrilla marketing. So back when Spider-Man was out, in New York, I think it was in New York, they was shooting a new Spider-Man. I think it was like the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, not the second one. It was in New York, and it was in a bathroom. They put up a bathroom in the corner of the wall, like on the corner of the wall. Only person that could reach that was Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? They put a little toilet up there. So that's guerrilla marketing. People came in, they took a picture of it. They was like, oh, it has to be for Spider-Man. Walking down the streets of New York. I think New York's the only people that do this stuff. But walking down the streets of New York, there's a sewer that's kind of smoking and all that stuff, Smokes in the morning because, it's cold in the morning. What they did was they shot in Chicago and New York, yeah. As a guerrilla marketing technique for I think it was Starbucks. Yeah, it was Starbucks. What they did was they put a lid on top of it. Like they put a coffee lid on top of it, and it was kind of like, get your fresh cup of coffee from Starbucks in the morning, And people took pictures of that, That launched them in that area. I mean, it's not that they needed to do it, but in those situations, You know, that's what guerrilla marketing is all about. So for a t-shirt, what would you guys do? You know, out here there's a shoe store. Out here in St. Louis, there's a shoe store. Well, it used to be a shoe store. I think they tore down the shoe store, but they kept the statue up. They made a statue, kind of like a little chair or whatnot, and it was made out of high heels. You know, so every high heel out there, and it was a chair. You know, they made it into a chair. So you can see that in St. Louis. That's in University City. How about if you live in an area, you know, that has like statues or whatnot, those naked statues of people thinking, you know, put a t-shirt on top of it. Have anybody thought about that? You know, it might come across kind of like, you know, hey, you messing up somewhere, but if you inform the city, like, you know, the city manager or like the police department, like, this is what you're doing, you know, they won't even, I don't even think they'd bother you, you know, if you just tell them what you're doing, you know, and they'll you know, approve it and stuff like that. Or even if it don't get approved, I had an ex-girlfriend. She was a model. She was a model, and she was pretty much getting ready to start her business up, which was, I think her business was I think she wanted to like start selling, like, I think it was what was it? It was sunglasses. She was selling sunglasses. And I said, you know, why don't you get some models and stuff like that? Since you're a model, why don't you get some models and just model out the stuff? She was like, yeah, but, you know, people, that's too practical for people. People are going to be like, well, yeah, she got some stuff. You know, those pictures of a model, you know, that she can get from a photographer, which was me at the time, was, you know, was it going to help her or not? And, you know, I understand where she comes with that. But I was like, okay, well, why don't we do something guerrilla? Like, why don't we do something guerrilla, which is, you know, do a free fashion show, an unexpected free fashion show downtown Chicago. You know, people, it's cold down there, but, you know, we can fashion show that stuff with your sunglasses on, you know, and just pass out flyers on where they can get it and stuff like that. Wasn't nobody expecting that, you know. You guys remember flash mobs? Flash mobs were like the thing. Guerrilla marketing, like the best thing for guerrilla marketing was flash mobs. That's one, you know, really good technique for anybody just selling like t-shirts and stuff like that. Put on like a downtown, just, you know, go downtown one day with your t-shirt line and a few models or whatnot, and just have them walk around. Just get a boom box, a few photographers, and just walk down, have them walk down the street, you know what I'm saying, with their t-shirts on, with your t-shirts on. I think people will mess with that. Let me see what's going on here. Somebody left a comment. Let me look at the comment section real quick. Yeah, you guys should look up, you guys should take the time to think about y'all's guerrilla marketing. You know who else got a really good guerrilla marketing? And I hate to keep talking about him, but Johnny Cupcakes. Johnny freaking Cupcakes. Do y'all know who Johnny Cupcakes is, right? You guys let me know if you guys know who Johnny Cupcakes is. He's pretty big. Pretty big. Okay. Johnny Cupcakes himself runs his business. I'm gonna be honest with you. I low key kind of feel like his entire business is guerrilla marketing. To be honest with you, when you think about it, he has a store. He has a storefront, and his storefront is a play on cupcake shops. Excuse me, by the way, is a play on cupcake shops. So what he does is, when people come in there looking for cupcakes, they're actually getting t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, he makes it like breakfast. You know, he makes it like hourly. You know what I'm saying? So like in the morning, he makes his shirt look like, I mean, he makes his store look like a breakfast spot where you can sit back and get eggs and bacon, but you're really just getting t-shirts, or you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, on promotional days, he'll actually serve eggs and bacon, you know what I'm saying? Or during lunch hours, you know, he'll do that type of stuff, you know, and I think that's really cool. I think he said you know, they make the t-shirts in there, so it's almost like a factory as well. And you know, the entire store, his entire experience is just a play. It's a parody, but it's a play on, like, I think it's just a play on, you know, guerrilla marketing. He goes out into the world and he does things like the Willy Wonka stuff, you know, golden ticket, you know, then you can come over type stuff. He can do that type thing. I think he did for Easter. Was it Easter? He hid in like certain areas or whatnot. He did like a Where's Waldo kind of thing or whatnot. And if you took a picture with him, he gave you a free, you know, t-shirt type thing. I mean, you don't have to give away free t-shirts, but great guerrilla marketing. Great for people to engage with your business offline and then bring that stuff online without you having to pay them, stuff like that. I mean, Johnny Cupcakes, man, it's actually pretty genius when you think about that stuff. Guerrilla marketing, man, you'll take off. And I'm not just saying take off because, you know, amigo. I think I'm a little done with the details on this face, so I'm going to go ahead and start his neck. So this is a caricature, you know. This was something that, like I said, when I was at the library, you know, I got bored one day and I was just like, man, I'm finna start practicing my drawing. And this is what I came up with. It's a little rough for me, you know. This was something that now the Robert nowadays wouldn't do. But I think I still think it has, you know, some weight. And this was good to go back and experience or even think about what I was going through at that time, because I mean, I was in a good place, but you know, last year Rob versus this year Rob, you know, not even in the best place. So what other nuggets can I drop to you guys? You know, something that I haven't really put out on the channel yet. Man, bro, I used to draw like crazy before learning GD. Yeah, you know, look, what was the reason why you decided to get into graphic design? And I just want to know if it's like your exact same, or my reason and your exact same reason, because I feel like, you know, we're in the same category right now. How do I start with Adobe Illustrator, the complete basic? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put out this Udemy course, or probably not even Udemy course. How would you guys feel about? See, I don't want to move the platform from YouTube to somewhere else. If I do anything, I wanted to go on like my my website, robertloyale.com, and I want to have like learning, and then you know you guys can click on that and get it there, but it's gonna cost. Or how do you guys feel about me putting that stuff out here on YouTube, but you have to pay to use it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's paid content for me. You know what I'm saying? Seeing this here. Oh, man. Cynthia out here, man. What's up? How do you guys feel about me teaching that type of stuff? If I put it out here on YouTube and you guys have to pay to watch it. T-shirt chick, man. I was just bragging about you, fam. I wish you can get on live with me sometimes. Like, I wish we can figure out a way where you can get on live with me. Yeah, I don't even think when I drew this picture, I don't even remember like like, it's bad. It's good, but it's kind of bad. Yeah, I don't know how to stream. I don't know how to stream YouTube onto like Instagram. I know people have been doing that. See, Searchy, you gotta talk, man. Look, I come to your live and you be like, oh, you gotta talk. Now you gotta talk on mine too. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So straight jacket design. Let me see what you said, bro. I wanted to learn all media, and it was the flyest ish out for real. And I was always into drawing. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what I was on, man. I was like, man, I want to do some dope stuff, you know. I wanted to, so I kind of came into like graphic design thinking about it as like I'm just gonna do a bunch of Photoshop stuff, you know. And I mean, yeah, that's what we do. But then when I got into like my first graphic design class, and it was like, you think you're gonna Photoshop this entire class? No. You think you're gonna draw this entire class? Only if it's relevant, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, dang. And the entire time I was in graphic design class and stuff like that, I was just like, we was talking more about theory than anything. We was talking about how does this work for this, and you know, all that extra stuff. Why is it relevant and all that? Like, man, you know, they make graphic design look one way, but then it's like, no, you got to have consistency and all that stuff, which I think I'm gonna start doing more on my channel. Like, I want people to like understand that, you know, graphic design isn't about the pictures, the pretty pictures and stuff like that, because, you know, there is a time and place for that, and then, you know, an exact moment on how to do that stuff. You know, that's graphic design. But, you know, if we're just going to draw pretty pictures and all that stuff, that's more of a what can I say? That's more of an Illustrator artist type thing, you know? And I mean, it's cool, but that's kind of like the rookie mistake. Matter of fact, I am going to give you guys a story time. And but you know what? I'm not good at that stuff. But, you know, I was, when people find out that you're a graphic designer, they like to compare and stuff like that. You know, they're like, oh, well, shoot, I used to do this, you know, I used to do that type stuff. And I think one person came up to me. I was talking to an ex-girlfriend. We was at like Olive Garden or something like that. And our waiter, he was you know, kind of a young guy, whatnot. And he came up to me. And, you know, he took my order, went back. The cash register was like right in front of us or whatnot. And this was the time when I started my YouTube channel. And I was like, you know, I want to start doing more stuff with graphic design. I actually want to start pushing out narratives and stuff like that. People can design with me. So, like, you know, I put out like a theme or something like that. And, you know, throughout that entire week, we're designing on that theme type stuff. And, you know, that's something I want to incorporate, but I haven't really got to the subscriber support yet. But we're going to get to that soon sometime. And he heard me talking about it. And he came up to me, he was like, sir, you know, did I just hear that you're a graphic designer? I was like, yeah. You know, I've been doing this for like, you know, I think at that time was like 9 years. You know, I've been doing this stuff for 9 years or whatnot. And he was like, man, I just started graphic design and, you know, I'm really dope on like Photoshop and stuff like that. Like, I was like, okay, cool, you know. And then he pulled out his portfolio from his phone, which not a problem or anything like that. But he was like, yeah, check out these photo manipulations and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, cool. And I asked him about why he did it, you know, because, you know, graphic design is more about, you know, theories of, you know, how things work. It's not a skill. Well, it's a skill, but it's not a physical skill, as you can say. It's more of like a mental skill. Like, yeah, you can incorporate this. It's the marriage between business and art, right? So I started asking him about it. I was like, this, you know, tell me a little bit about this and stuff. He was like, well, I just took a picture of my brother and I background it and stuff like that. Like this was from a background. I graded it, colorized, and all that stuff. You know, I did some photo manipulations and all that, and this is what we got. And then I started asking him why. I said, okay, that's cool, but why? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think the guy like got mad because I asked him why. You know what I'm saying? And he just walked out. You know, he was like, well, he was like, above all, I mean, you know, not to be all on you and all that stuff, but you know, that's that graphic design school stuff. And I was like, well, I mean, don't you think you would need to know that if you're gonna be a graphic designer? Because you know, you low key kind of cheating yourself if you don't, you know. But it is what it is. I don't think that was a good story for a story time, but at the same time, that usually happens to me. Same thing when people come up to me and they find out that I'm a YouTuber. They're like, oh, YouTube, you know, I started this channel, and I'm like, hey, that's really cool. They're like, can you promote me and all that stuff? Like, I can collaborate with you, but you gotta understand, like, I'm a graphic design channel, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to help, you know, not self promote, but help promote you, but you know, we're graphic design channel, so it's kind of like one thing that I'm doing, and you know, another thing that you're doing. You probably doing story times. I don't do story times. It's kind of hard to collaborate like that. I mean, we can do, you know, some challenges together, but and that goes so far. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna look at this picture real quick. Turn off the background. How's this look? It looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Actually, I was gonna do a bunch of backgrounds and stuff like that, but I think at this point in time, this is pretty good. So I'm gonna lock both of these down into one layer, collecting one layer. I'm gonna expand the perimeters. I'm gonna expand the appearance real quick. We'll go back into path, outline these strokes just one more time. And expand. Yep. Same thing when we're gonna do a video together, when we collabing. Hey, did anybody want to see me and like T-shirt chick do a video together? Like, I want to know. Let me know in the comment section. You guys let me know in the chat if we should do a video together since she's on. Yep. Yep. We all should do a video together. So and what would y'all like to see us do? Like, straight up. What would y'all like to see us do together? log out, log back in, see what we got. Yeah, I like to see us sing and dance together, man. Really? A Loyal collab, yep. I mean, she relevant, you know? Blend each other's art. You know what? I think here's an idea I think that we should do. I feel like I should make a Loyal print squad like t-shirt graphic, and she can like print on it. You know what I'm saying? She can print it, and then we can give that out, you know, to we can do like a little contest or something. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool. You know what I mean? I think yeah, I think that'd be dope. You know, if we made like a t-shirt together that we can give away to the masses or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Her computer's her computer froze, man. Dang. It always seems to happen like that. Honestly, man, I think I need a new computer. I'm thinking about giving away my MacBook and just getting like a regular computer, because these MacBooks, man, like trash. It's tragedy. It's a tragedy. Her internet not working right now. I got it. What you running on? Actually gonna get ready to texture this, you guys. Have I ever showed you guys how to texture in this or whatnot? You know, have I ever showed you guys how to texture in Illustrator? You know, forget it. I'm just going to show you guys anyway. There's no reason to ask you guys questions because we're doing it live anyway. So let's do it. First thing you guys want to do is you want to select this. So you want to select out the graphic that you have. I'm pretty sure I have to change my layout to do this, but I'm going to try to show you guys as much as I can. You would drop down into the effects panel, all right? And I feel the best way to do this is to go into pixelate and then go to Mezzo tint. All right, so click on Mezzo tint. Hopefully my stuff doesn't freeze up. All right, and as you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can even see this. Nah, you can't see it. Dang, I have to actually record this. So, but when you go into Mezzo tint, Mezzo tint, there's a drop down at type. Just hit coarse dots, and hit OK, and you get kind of like this texture here, right? It's not that attractive, you know what I'm saying? But when you go into object and then you expand the appearance or whatnot, or you can expand that, it turns it into a raster image. Now with that raster image, you can just image trace. And when you image trace, you get a little something like this. Now this is probably not the best, texturing that I've ever done. But once I expand this out, then I can go in with I go with the magic wand tool and delete out all the white, and we get something a little bit like this. And then of course, I don't like absolute black. I like mine a little gray, look more like a pencil sketching or whatnot. And this is what you get. And actually, I think I want to go ahead and shout out, hey Rob, can you pull just the regular image off the internet and just start manipulating it using different looks? You want me to do it in Illustrator or Photoshop? Because if I do a manipulation, it's going to be in Photoshop. As a matter of fact, I probably can. How long have I been on stream, you guys? Has it been an hour yet? Yeah, I can. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull an image off. I can pull an image off the internet real quick. Of course, you guys know it's not gonna be a it's not gonna be a image that's, you know what I'm saying, that we can't use, but I'll see what I can do. So you guys want me to like vectorize an image off the internet, right? Or do you guys want me to? Hold on, let me see what's up. Y'all talking about something I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so like, all right, so there was a question here I'm trying to figure out. So you want me to pull an image off a pen tool trace? I need to learn that better. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think which would be easier. Will we do it on or can we do it on Photoshop? Matter of fact, I'll just do it over here. Yeah, I'll just do it on here. It's not a problem. So yeah, let me get a picture real quick. One that we can use, one that's for like reuse and stuff like that. And I need a large enough picture to do it. Let me see. Now, of course, you guys know you can't see my yeah, the pen tool is awesome. Of course, you guys know you can't see my cursor or anything like that, and I'm not sure why that is. I think that's my OBS tripping. I don't know. A lot of people say that OBS be tripping. I never, at one point when I was like doing streams, I don't know, when I first started my channel, I was using OBS as a means to record, right? And it was showing the cursor, but as time went on, it just stopped doing it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Pen. We're gonna go into pixels. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just bring it back. I'm going to, let me just pull up an image from my computer. I'm pretty sure I got one. You guys want free pictures, man? Go to pexels.com. PEXELS.com. Or if you wanna if you don't like them, you need some graphics or whatnot, Pixabay. Pixabay got another one. Is a cooler spot too. See if I can pull a picture up real quick. You know what? I'm gonna do a YouTuber. Y'all know who this is? Yeah, pexels.com, and the other one is Pixabay, so PICSBAY.com. Oh yeah, PIXABY. Yeah, my bad. PIXABAY, not Pixabay. Pixabay. Do y'all know who this is? You know what I'm saying? Hashtag loyalty is everything if y'all know who this is. So I'm going to lock this down. We're going to go ahead and set the opacity to like 50. Matter of fact, 65, okay? Okay, this is Amber's Closet. Amber's Closet, she is a, how can I explain her? She is a, oh God, what she call herself? She's not a STEM. She's not a STEM. She's not a femme. She's that in between STEM and femme. That, like, this is her channel. This is what she claims herself as. Like, she's the in between STEM and femme. And she talks about that. She talks about like what's it like transitioning and stuff like that. She's pretty cool though. Why did I lower the opacity? So if we were to try to trace this with the opacity up, it's hard to see the lines, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess not really, but if in other works where it gets a little bit more complicated, it's hard to see the line. And then when you're doing it, let's just say I'm gonna lock this layer down and I'm going to put like, you know, a new layer up, and I use the pen tool. I'm trying to trace these lines and I can't see my own line, you know what I mean? That's when it gets like complex. So what you want to do to avoid not seeing this line, it's just to drop the opacity down like maybe 50%. Now I would say 75 is good. Anywhere between 50 and 75 is good. I mean, but that really just depends on your own eye. Now I'm not sure if you guys, I know you guys can't see my cursor, but when I click, let me see. I have to look at my phone. Let's just say, yeah, you guys can't see the cursor. It's crazy, man. My OBS is tripping. But if I click here, plot a new point. Oh, wait. So you guys can actually see the lines. You can't see my cursor, but you guys can see the lines, which is good. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the pen tool. So let's just say I want to draw out her eyebrow right here, okay? You would click to create your first point. So I'm going to click to create this first point, right? And if you guys have like Illustrator CC, you have like this red line that shows you where you're going. That's like your directional line, okay? You also can, like, you know, make another point, you know what I'm saying? So like you can make up another point like this just by clicking. But that's not what we want. We want to make sure that we're getting that arc, you know, of going around her hair. I mean, not her hair, but her eyebrow. So I'm gonna click and hold, right? So once I click and hold, I have that option now to drag out what we call these little points. I can't remember. We call them anchors. You know what I'm saying? So we can create an anchor like this, and it's going to make, you know, that kind of like curve or whatnot. But when I let this go, you know, we get something a little bit like this. Let me go ahead and make this a stroke. We get something a little bit like this, right? But now we're presented with a problem, right? Because now this anchor is kind of like arcing, and it's not going with the actual, you know, line that we're trying to create here. So we have to move this handle back, right? Yeah, to make the shape, right? So we have to move this handle back. So the way that I would do this, you know, some people like to, like, you know, start over. So I'll just hit, like, you know, Command Z, go back, you know, make another point like this or whatnot, which is cool and all. But if we're trying to, you know, make this arc, and let's just say that this handle was like further out like this, we need to make this handle, you know, shorter so we can get this back, you know what I'm saying? So we can go here without having any problems to make that shape. So you would hold down Alt to Option on this, and then you can click and drag this handle back. Okay? Because we want to make sure that we get that arc in her eye, her eyebrow. Now you can plot a point right here or whatnot, and that's cool. Or you can hold it down. I'm with you, bro. Learned all of this. Yep. You can hold it down, and you can, you know, get a little bit more creative or whatnot. It's really all up to you. But, you know, then you can come back around like this and then make that shape like this if you want to. Or you can get a little bit more detailed and just kind of figure that out on your own, you know, just by eyeballing it and bringing it back around like this. I'm not sure if I explained that too well. As a matter of fact, I don't feel like I did, but, you know, and that's kind of a thick eyebrow, but it is what it is. Let me get a shape going, because I feel like shapes are probably the best way to teach the pen tool. So yeah, you're lost. I got it. People are lost. All right, so we're gonna make a circle. F it, we're gonna make a square. And I'm gonna bring up another. Yeah, I'm gonna take the stroke off this time. Okay. So best practice for pen tool in Illustrator. All right, because we're making shapes here. Okay. We should do an oval. I'm gonna do the square first. All right, and then we're gonna make shapes from the square. All right. So the best practice here, because we're making shapes with the pen tool in Illustrator. If this was Photoshop, it's different, but in Illustrator, we're concentrating on making shapes. I got a graphic tablet. I'm good with mine. All right, so you're gonna click on this shape and you're gonna drop the opacity down. I want you guys to practice that. If you're gonna do any type of any of this type of work that you're doing, just drop the opacity down so you can see your lines better. Okay. And then on the new layer that you created, you will use the pen tool to create this shape. Now, using the pen tool, wait, I just want to make sure everybody's on point before I start going on this, like you guys know where I'm at. To drop the opacity, you would go on that shape or on that layer. You would go up into the status bar at the top or whatnot, and it says opacity. You can drop the opacity from there. Let me see what everybody else is saying on this chat before I continue going. I don't want anybody to get the Samsung Note tab is great. Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel like the iPad Pro is pretty cool, but I can possibly once I get rid of my my MacBook, I'm definitely going for a Surface Pro or something like that. I don't know. I'm going for something different. Okay, so now that we got our shape here, we got the pen tool ready to go. You can click in these points or whatnot to make the shape. Okay. Right? And then when you turn this off, you got a straight square. Right? But let's just say we're going to introduce into this layer, a circle like this. Okay? And that's the new meta, right? Let me make sure I got this. This is the new meta, right? We need to get this shape done. We need to learn how to arc, you know what I'm saying? We just can't make points and, get this. So, on the newest layer, you would use the pen tool to go like this, make another point right here. So we're gonna create this first point. All right, and we're gonna go up to the next point. This would be another point to plot, right? So we're gonna put it right here because it's intersecting, but we have to make this arc. And the best way to do this is to look at it in two perspectives. We could, just as easily go to this point right here, hold down, what we clicked, and just kind of create an arc like this, and we get something a little bit like that, right? We could do that. That's actually, I feel like that's recommended. But you can look at it like this. You can divide up the box into two. Let me bring in my rulers. You can divide the box up into two and, get a more detailed plotted point by clicking, holding, all right, don't let go to click, and just kind of move it out. Did y'all see how that worked, or are you guys still kind of lost? I think I did this video 3 times already. I know it's something that's going over people's heads, but I mean, I want to know, do you guys got this? Do I have to go over this, further? Let me know what's up. Yeah, do it again. All right, let me try it one more time. I'm going to take this one slow again, all right? I'm going to take it slow this time, all right? So, we have this problem right here. So, we have an arc, so it's not a straight edge, you know, because this stuff requires you to, you know, get a little bit more advanced into it. All right, so you're going to click, make your first point, click, make your second point, but when you click on this one, you know that you have to arc, right? Because if you don't arc it, you know, it's just going to be a straight line going from here to here, and that's not what you want. So when you click this one, all right, you're going to click and hold, okay? And you're going to stretch out your anchor points. I mean, you're going to stretch this anchor point out to get this curve. All right? Everybody with me? I need to see everybody with me before I move on. Like, I need to know. Because somebody said to me, are you holding the shift key? You don't necessarily have to hold the shift key. I mean, you can. That does give you more of an accurate curve. You know what I'm saying? Now, I purposely messed this one up, all right, on this side, because we can fix this. So if I zoom in, as you can see, I wasn't too accurate with my curving. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that happens a lot with the pen tool. So the way that we would fix this is to hold down Alt or Option and use this handle to stretch out where you need to go. Everybody got it? When you said drag out the center, when you said drag out at the center, how did you get the arc after that? Oh, so let me explain that, because I didn't really explain that. So let's back up. So we got here to the center, all right. As you can see, this handle right here, when we dragged out, we got a handle. We got two handles. This is the one that controls this side right here. All right, so if I hold down Alt or Option and I manipulate this one, the shape changes over here. All right. Oh, let me scoot back. But we also got a handle over here as well. Okay. This handle over here controls whatever I want on this side, right? So I made this one a little bit too perfect. Let me go ahead and just kind of, let's just say, damn it, I messed up. Let's just say this handle was like out this way or something like that, you know. See if I can even get this again. Nope, I messed up somewhere. All right. The pen tool does get confusing for people who are using it, man. I'm just going to keep it real. All right, so clicking, make another arc like this. And as you can see, this handle right here. Good question. Missed that one. Sorry about that. But this handle right here controls this side. So if it was like out this way, you know, we're not going to get that perfect arc. If it was far out like this, we're not getting the arc that we need. You know what I'm saying? So manipulating this handle right here is going to help you get that arc. But if you're pretty good when you drag out and get the arc, are you holding? No. Okay. So if you want this arc to be right, let me stop. I know I'm making this confusing. If you want this arc to be right, okay, you have to let go of everything, okay? Let go of it, like stop holding, stop clicking, like you pretty much just made this point and you're ready to make your next point. So you don't even have to like click anything. But if you was to click right here and it wasn't correct, okay, you can manipulate this handle here. Okay, so let's just say this handle was like not correct and this is what we were getting. Okay. All right, my hands are off the keyboard, right? I would then hold down Alt or Option on the Mac and just kind of manipulate this handle. Man, I messed up. Manipulate this handle by holding down Alt or Option. I can hold down and click on this handle and move it backwards. And I can put it in this area, in the area that it's supposed to go in. Now, in most cases, you guys, if you're using Illustrator CC, all right, this stuff will like snap. All right, it'll snap for you. Okay. Am I helping or hurting? Because I feel like I'm not doing this right somewhere. I feel like I've hurt somebody's brain somewhere. Just keeping it real. Ajar. Hey man, what's up? Helping. Cool. Alright. Now I'm going to make this a little bit more harder, right? So let's turn this one off. I'm going to go back into this layer. And I want to add another one. Like we're going to... We're actually going to do something a little bit like this, right? Where we have to change directions. And oh my God, that's bad. But you know what? We're going to keep it. Okay? So let's say we have a shape that's more like this. So we have a straight edge, we have a curve, but okay, now we got to change directions and go this way. So instead of it going this way, you know, we got to go back this way as well. So we're going to take the pen tool, all right, zoom in. And we're going to start from here again, right? We're going to make our anchor here. Going to make another anchor here, right here like this. And then we just learned that we can click. When we click on it, we hold it down and we stretch it out. Okay, you can use shift if you want to, or you can eyeball it. All right, but when you let that go, okay, now we're not even going this direction and it's not going correctly, right? Now there's a few pro tips, right? Instead of letting this go, right, when you let it go, so I'm gonna hit Command Z. Instead of letting it go, like you could have just went like this, okay, you can hold this down, and holding down, and then when you get to this point, you can hold down Alt or Option and bring this handle up like so, okay? Everybody with me on this one? Let me know if you got it, because I'm not going to continue unless I know everybody got what I'm talking about right now. Got it? Okay, everybody got it. Cool. So, now that we got this, now we can move this, you know, we can manipulate this handle in the direction that we want it to go. Now, I feel like, you know, I messed up this shape using the, what is this, the eraser tool or whatnot. So, I really wanted it to look like this, you know. But using that last technique that I showed you guys, so like once you click and you hold down Alt or Option, you can move this handle down or whatnot to get that perfect curve, and then you can you know, curve it back over like this. Now check this out. Check this out though. So I can't get this, you know. Like, I didn't get this perfectly. You know, I got that curve kind of cool. It was better than what I, you know, erased it at. But I can't get this curve right here to match the curve in the background. So, using that same technique, holding down the Alt or Option key, I can manipulate this handle to get what I want out of it. Now, if I can't get it, which it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get like this, I have to hit Command Z back. I need to make sure that I can get all of these points. So, we got to plot a point like this. Make sure I get the curvature right. You know, and then go from there. As a matter of fact, this handle might need to come out some just a little bit like that. which means that if I need to manipulate this after I let go of the key or whatnot, after I let everything go, I need to hold down Alt or Option. The pen tool then turns into a cursor, and I can manipulate the handle. So if I zoom in, as you can see, like, I'm not making the best curves here, so I can manipulate this handle just a little bit more. Bring it down some like this. Make another curve. And then boom. Alright, so did y'all get that one? Like, was that too hard or anything like that? Or is this helping, hurting? The pen tool is so hard to use. I'm a logo designer. Let me make another iced tea for a second. Half the video. Finally, I can learn the pen tool. Yeah, this pen tool is amazing, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you know what? You wanna know something? And especially for the person that said that they're a logo designer, right? The pen tool is not the most important tool in Illustrator. You know what I'm saying? The shape tool is the most important tool in your Illustrator. Shape and shape builder. All right. Once you guys have shape and shape builder done or down, then you can do everything else. Like the pen tool for me is only for coloring. I'm just gonna keep it real. I mean, in Illustrator, if I wanted to do this on like Photoshop or something like that, yeah, I might build the shape here and there with the pen tool, but I'm usually using that to select things out. All right. So now we got that, pretty much got that done. You guys can pretty much now, you know, move y'all's handles into like where you need to go, and then finish creating this shape, which is, you know, something kind of crazy like this. You know, I'll put these anchors up. And boom, we made like a perfect clone almost of what we've already got, right? The next thing is to make a perfect circle. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I can't make a perfect circle. I'm going to keep it real. I think that takes way too much time. But it's doable. So I'm going to attempt to make this perfect circle, and hopefully you guys can follow along as much as we can. This is all curvatures, okay? Just all about curvatures. So we're going to start at the top of this. Okay, we're going to make a path. And then we're going to try to find the center. Alright, matter of fact, no, we're going to do this right. Hit Command R and you guys' computers or whatnot. This is going to bring up the rulers. I think I got the rulers up already for you guys can see. So when you hit Command R, you know, you get the rulers, alright? And then with this ruler, you're going to make 1 1/2. You're going to make a half of like the circle, which mine's coincidentally, my circle is not in center of the artboard, so, or it is in center, so I can make this ruler go to like 7 for me right here, and then we can divide it up again in another half like this. So like this, right? And then we can lock that layer down. Now on a new tool, I mean not a new tool, but on a new layer, I can take the pen tool, and as you can see, it's already guided out. Alright, so it's already planned out, and we can just pretty much go from there. Now, like I said, I can't make a perfect circle using the pen tool because for some reason I just can't get it. But you apply the anchor at the top, or wherever you would like to plot your anchor, and then you apply another one, but you would hold it, you know, hold it down, and then create that. So hold down Shift as well. You know, holding down Shift will give you more of an accurate, but as you can see, I'm always off on this. Like, I can't do it. And I feel like the people who can are just monsters at that, because I can't make a perfect circle using the pen tool ever. But once you guys can do that, like I pretty much feel like you guys got Illustrator down to the point where you can make perfect circles. I can't do it. As you can see, now I'm not even going to attempt to do this. You know, I suck at making circles. But once you get it down, you're pretty much good to go. Let's see what somebody just said. I'm in a yacht. You're in a boat. Dope. What else can I teach you guys, man? That's pretty much as far as the pen tool goes, you know. Oh, you know what? Let me try this again. I just found out. So we have the curvature tool, okay, which is the pen tool with a little squiggly line, all right? Let's see if I can do this. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get that. How to make cartoons, all right? Cartoons of yourself. All right, so you can take the pen tool and do that. You know, like I've done it on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? You can take the pen tool. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do one for myself. I'm gonna do one for myself real quick. So let me see if I can find an image of me. See if I can find an image of myself so I can show you guys something. Yeah, that that actually helps. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna use this guy. I'm not even gonna find one of me. Alright, so check this out, right? I'm gonna lock this down. But before I lock this down, I want to make sure that his opacity is down to like 65%, okay? Anywhere between 50 and 75 is good, all right? And before I finish this is actually a mock-up. I've done a mock-up on this guy's shirt. So if you guys need mock-ups, you know, my Patreon account, $5 a month. You know, you get all of my mock-ups for free. I mean, it's $5 a month, but you know what I'm saying. Showing me that you guys love me or whatnot. But yeah, you drop down the opacity for this, right? 65% is pretty cool. And then we'll just go from here. So once you guys figure out the pen tool, you just know that this is a bunch of shapes. All right, so like this is a curvature right here. This might be a straight line. You can use a curve here. Just break this down in shapes, okay? I always say start, if you're going to do faces, then start with a base color tone. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put like line work in, and then we're going to put like a base color tone in. All right, so I'm going to start you guys off by doing a line work, which is, you know, grab, dang, I need to, oh, I put this in the wrong, okay, hold on, I messed up somewhere. I put this in the wrong, okay, it's not doing that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, copy this over, and then paste it here. All right, and then we're going to start over. So make sure that your 65% is cool. 99 designs. I like 99 designs. As long as it's not fiber. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with you. Alright, cool. Alright, so look at this stuff as all of a shape. We're gonna start the line work for his face, alright? So that means we gotta get the line work for his head, alright? Which means that we gotta get all this hair detail, okay? So I'm going to zoom in as close as I can, which is like this right here. And we're just going to start plotting points. All right. So use the pen tool, plot a point, curve it, you know, move in the handles and stuff like that, and go from there. Okay. Use the strokes. Don't use the fill. Because if you use the fill, you're going to get a little, you know, confused on what's going on. You guys, normally when I do this, I mean, before I got my graphics tab or my iPad Pro, I was doing it just like this, okay? And this took time. It took more time, but at the same time, like, it was worth it, you know? So learning the pen tool, like you guys have already known, you know, learning the pen tool is going to help you guys out a lot. So I hope you guys can get this. But I do recommend you guys getting a drawing tablet because this is a whole lot easier. Did you learn design in college? Yes, I went to college so I went to design school. I went to Full Sail, okay, after I graduated Lincoln University. So I went to Full Sail for my master's, okay, and from there, matter of fact, we're not even gonna do that like that. From there, I got my graphic design experience. So I was already doing graphic design for my fraternity. I think I told you guys this on a video one time, that I was doing graphic design service for my frat. And I was like, cool, well, you know, I think that this is more of the angle that I want to go in life, because, like, you know, it's more of a free thing that I can do. I can, you know, I can do, no problem. I can do some stuff that actually reflects how I feel. You know, graphic work in its own is an art form. So I was like, cool, I can do this. I can beast out this art stuff, graduate, and even, you know, start my own little company or whatnot, which I'm still doing at this point in time. But, you know, I had to graduate first, so I got up out of there, left Lincoln University with, I think it was sacred music degree or whatnot, and then went back to school for graphic design. I was just like, forget music. It's just not even worth it at this point in time. Especially now. How many people got kids right now? Like, do you have kids? Let me know in the comment section. This guy got like Dragon Ball Z like hair. You know what I'm saying? No kids. No, I'm 18. Man, 18 don't mean that you ain't got no kids, man. 2. Yeah, so you guys know that, like, they're cutting art out the school programs. I'm not sure if they're doing it out there in Florida, or, you know, where y'all guys are from. But you do know whenever they have like a budget cut, the first budget go is like the art programs, because, you know, why do we need art? You know what I mean? That was one of the reasons why I heck no. That was one of the reasons why I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a music teacher, because, you know, in some cases, I've seen some of my classmates. I've seen some of my classmates have to buy their own instruments and stuff like that, which sucks. You know what I mean? So, all right. So we made the shape of this man's head, right? We're gonna lock this layer down. We're gonna save that for another time. Like, we're gonna wait on that. Okay, but when we zoom in, we need to get this man's ears out. We got to get his eyes out and stuff like that. We got to just get all the line work first. So I would say, you know, spend your time getting your line work out and then move into coloring. So we're going to get this guy's ear out. Like I showed you guys, you know, all this stuff is just shapes. Get the curvature, and, you know, you can go from there. Yeah, music programs, art programs, all that stuff is the first to go. And when I found that out, matter of fact, it's not that I found that out. We was already talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But once I found out that, like, there's no way to even stop that. There's no way to even stop that. I was just like, no, I can't be a music teacher. Yeah, you know? And this is like another reason why I got on YouTube, because I was like, you know, I can teach. I mean, I was already on a path of teaching, so let me just go ahead and become a teacher on YouTube, and we can go from there. I mean, at least I know YouTube ain't cutting nobody's money. You know what I'm saying? If I got big on YouTube, I'm not even big on YouTube, you guys. Like, there's people. Flern, I think Flern just got 1 million. He just hit like 1.5 million. You know what I'm saying? If I ever hit, I don't even think I'm gonna hit 1.5 million, because I think he dominates like the Photoshop game. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people who are trying to get the Illustrator stuff out, but it's just so hard because a lot of people aren't into Illustrator like that. I would love to be more of that Illustrator guy, but man, there's other people out here who are trying, and they've been trying for years. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you know, if they can't get it, that's them. You know, like, it is what it is. So, but yeah, Flern just hit 1 million like last year, and that's pretty big for a graphic design channel, even though he's not even a graphic design channel. I think he's more of a photography channel. I think he kind of ran out of ideas at this point in time as far as like graphic design go. Do you guys know who Flern is? Like, I want to know. Do you guys know who Flern is, or have y'all met with or seen his videos before? Yeah, Will Pat, like, he's been doing Illustrator for like, I don't know, a year now? 2 years? Dominating that, you know? But, I mean, that's as far as it goes, because Illustrator gets kind of like, until we can find, I don't even think I can find a way to make Illustrator like less intimidating. I mean, I'm going to do a course on it, you know? I'm going to give you guys a course, but I don't even think I can come up with a way to make Illustrator less intimidating to you guys. Like, you guys just going to have to figure it out. But I hate to say it like that. But it's almost the truth. Like, it's there's half people on here that barely know Illustrator, okay? Like, I taught myself Illustrator. So wait, let me stop real quick. So do you guys see like how this is working? Like, you get the line work first. Oh man, my back hurt. So I broke my chair not so long ago. I was leaning back in it, doing some old PewDiePie type stuff, and next thing you know, I snapped the back of this. So it's cool and all, but man, now I have to like not lean back, and I'm fearing breaking this and stuff like that. It's just not a thing that I want to do. Yeah, but you guys see how this works. Like, you got to get the line work first. Yeah, man, I used to do when in college, we had this thing called the Sigma chair. Okay, I'm not sure if anybody's been to like, you know, seeing a frat or anything like that, but we get like the slow songs or whatnot, and we do like a small little lap dance or whatnot for like any woman in there. We find the woman and it would give her a lap dance. That was our party days. I don't do that party stuff no more. Yep, man, I've been Phi Beta Sigma for 10 years now. Well, about 10 years. It's about to be my 10th year anniversary in a few more months. Yep, the men of innovation, man. The men, go mobbing, you know. Do we got any Greeks on this channel right now? Is there anybody? You crossed Iota Alpha in 05. So somebody said, in looking at this, there's a certain spot that's going to challenge you as a person. I want to know what spot that is. I want to know what spot is which spot here is intimidating for you guys. So I'm gonna turn off like everything, and I want to see what spot here is like really intimidating people. You guys, let me know in the channel. Let me know in the chat right now, like what's actually hurting you guys. Matter of fact, let me look at the chat real quick so I can see what you guys are talking about. I've been looking at Terry White's videos. I haven't seen Terry White. I heard about him, but I need to figure him out. I need to go to his channel after this. Honestly, I find it way easier to understand than people who talk fast. You stop and make sure people are on track. Yeah, I wanted to do this stuff live and stuff like that. I just needed to get to a certain number on YouTube where people were like, what is it, bell? You know what I'm saying? So they rolled out bell notifications, and I wasn't pushing bell notifications back when I first started YouTube, because I felt like if anybody was going to subscribe to me, like they were going to make sure that they got the bell notifications as well. But then I quickly noticed that people weren't doing that, and my call to action was off on it. So I was like, subscribe and bell me. Like I just started doing that this year. But about a little bit, I think it was like in October of last year, I was like, I like to teach you guys Illustrator stuff online and stuff like that, but I can't go live if you guys aren't going to show up. There's like, I have 18,000 people, subscribe to me. And at this current time, there's only like 12 people on this, live. And that would be, like nobody showing up. I mean, yeah, I would like to do this no matter what, if people show up or not. But I would want to do it. And when I do it, if I do it, I want people to be there, to receive this stuff. So that's the reason why I do that. I'm going to try to continue going with this because I have to take my dog outside. I don't want him peeing around, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out some more. But as you guys can see, you got to make some shapes and stuff like that. I'm making these shapes like these beards and stuff like that with the pen tool, and then I'm clicking off the pen tool. Like I'm going back to the selection tool, and then I'm going back into the pen tool, which is not the best way of doing this. America. But I'm gonna try to speed this up for you guys. So I'm just gonna hold down Alt to Option. Okay, so do everybody know this technique? Everybody know the technique, you know what I'm saying? Where you click on something, you hold down Alt to Option, and then you can drag it to make like a duplicate. Does everybody know that? Yeah, so you click on the object. You hold down Alt to Option, and then you can drag out to make, more shapes. Okay. I'm not going to do this entire beard, but that's how that works. I'm going to do as much as I can on this to where it looks a little busy and stuff like that. Let's see. Because I got to take my dog out. I don't want him peeing all over the place. How y'all liking the live? Now, I'm not sure if you guys are using like Spreadshirt or anything like that, like I was talking earlier in my channel, and I'm still gonna be pushing out. I'm still gonna be pushing out that stuff, Spreadshirt and all that. But I want to let you guys know that when you get to a certain point in like Illustrator where there's just way too much points, like there's way too many points. I think they only allow up to like 50 of them, you know what I'm saying? Once you get to that point, it's then you worked a little too hard, so they're not gonna let you they're not gonna let you upload your graphic if it has too many points in it. And I think it's because they have to go in with the whatever printing press or whatever printing method they have and try to manipulate that. So I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm gonna take my dog out real quick because I don't want him peeing. You know, like picking up dog pee just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back, you guys. All right, y'all, I'm back. What kind of clients? Actually, a lot of people, a lot of clients ask for. As a matter of fact, go out if you go outside. Go to the store one day. Go to the mall one day, and just kind of look around. Look at any clothing store. You know what I'm saying? Look at any shoe store, right? Like they have photo manipulated type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was on that. Photo manipulation is damn near everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, look at this coconut right here on this coconut oil. You know what I'm saying? This coconut oil, this coconut oil bottle cut out. You know what I'm saying? It was cut out. It wasn't drawn. It wasn't made. It was cut out of a picture. Photo manipulation. You see, can I say, look at this? Look at this. You know what I'm saying? My business card. Yeah, I did this on Illustrator, but let's just say I just wanted the texture. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to use like an actual real texture instead of like a graphics texture. So I would use that in Photoshop, and then I would place this on top of. Another thing is like mock-ups. Realistic mock-ups are, photo manipulated. People need that, for their websites and stuff like that. You actually can make websites in Photoshop. You can design websites in Photoshop. But back to this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to lock down that layer, and I'm just going to start a new layer because I just want to continue going. So we're just trying to get out this hair detail. This doesn't take that long really, but once we can actually get this stuff out, then we can start our coloring and a line work, or we got our line work, we can just start our coloring. Now I'm just going to use a consistent line like this. So I'm a little bit like that. Let's see what we got going on in the chat, so I can make sure that I can answer you guys' questions as I go. There's another channel that you guys should check out. You guys know who Chris Doe from the future is, right? And the only reason why I'm bringing him up is because I want to clear up that why you guys should use Photoshop stuff and whatnot, or why y'all should use Illustrator and Photoshop together instead of like one as one super use everything, be all end all type thing. Actually, I do mess with Lightroom. I'm a big, because I'm not using because I've hired somebody to do my photography and stuff like that, I don't use Lightroom as much anymore. And like, he's the one that edits out the pictures, make it look all good, and he sends it to me so I can then further edit it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm an advocate for it. I subscribe to it. I use it whenever I can. Do I like using it? I'm a Photoshop dude, but yeah, it's not all that bad. You guys, a lot of this stuff is trial and error too, so when you're doing this stuff, just kind of take your time with it. Determine what's an actual line. That's something I should tell you. Determine what's an actual line and what's an actual shape, so like these two were more lines than this one. This was more of a shape because of the darkness and stuff like that. I can create something like this right here, start this plot down here. How long do you stream? How don't do you stream is targeted for my next question. Honestly, I don't have anything to do today. You know what I mean? So I stream as long as, you know, I would like to. It's not really a set time for me, I guess you could say. Until I get bored, I guess. Which I'm not bored because you guys are asking questions as we go, so. You know what I mean? Yeah, Aaron Nace from Fleur, man, he's pretty dope. You know what? If I could collab, if there was any other huge YouTuber outside of, like, you know, Sin that I would like to collab with, Fleur. You know, and I've been watching Fleur for years, man. You know what I mean? Like, dude is pretty dope. He's dope at what he do. And I think he was hiring at one point in time, but he just didn't. You know, I just didn't really hop on that when I was supposed to, because he was, you know, I was in Chicago. I probably could have, you know, worked for Fleur, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't hop on it, because, like, well, honestly, I'd have been pitching Illustrator to him. I was like, I would say, you know, what's up with the Illustrator tutorials? Can we, like, develop those? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind hopping on camera talking about Illustrator either, but then that would be stealing his thunder. You know what I'm saying? Old term. And then, you know, I would end up making my own. I would have ended up making my own channel anyways. Which, you know, glad that I did, because here I am right now. But yeah, no, Fleur was hiring at one point in time. No, so what I'm doing right now is I'm laying out the line work, and I'm just gonna go back over and color it. Now, if you guys want more of an advanced thing, when I go through the coloring of this hair, I'm probably gonna use, like, different colors here. So, like, this is gonna be like a highlight and then some shadows over this base color that's probably like a skin tone. So I'm gonna do that instead of separating the hair out and all that stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm separating line work from color work, you know what I'm saying? But in other situations, yeah, you could probably do that too if you want. Gotta get these eyelashes. Actually, in this case, I probably should switch to I could probably switch to the fill instead of a stroke. Now I'm probably gonna keep it at a stroke instead of a fill. Oh, so you guys can't see the layers panel because of the layout and all that stuff. But let me see. Can you guys see my layers panel right now? How I'm switching between this is in the layer panel. So I've created a bunch of layers, and if I want to just turn it off, you know, I could just turn it off. If I want to turn it on, you know, something a little bit like that. Yeah, the OBS sucks, man. OBS sucks, and when I figure out a better program outside of OBS, I'm definitely gonna use it. But at one point in time, OBS was showing all of this stuff. Like, it was showing my layers panel, was sharing my it was showing my my cursor and all that stuff. Now it's just not as good, you know, and I don't know what happened. I think it updated itself, and then I need to just go in and update the settings on itself. Like, I don't know. But it's just not as good as it was when I first started using it. How y'all like the line art? Do you guys? So I got a question for you guys. Do you like it that I'm staying on live like long nights, or would you guys like me have like shorter lives? Like I want to know what's up. Like this is my second time going live, to be honest with you. No stroke is the line or outline. Would that not be better? Oh yeah. Since we were talking about the pen tool, I wanted to just use the pen tool in this. But yeah, in any event, you guys, like 100%, like have you guys a brush? Have you guys get a graphics tablet, and use the brush. Use y'all's brush to make this hair. Okay, like I'm not gonna make the hair like this. I'm just gonna lay a color out, and I'm probably gonna use like another color just to illustrate that this might be a highlight. But if you want to get as detailed as possible, you know what I'm saying, get you a nice graphics tablet, get you an iPad Pro or something, hook it up, and use the pen and use your brush, you know what I'm saying, and you'll be all right, because this can take all day. As a matter of fact, you guys are kind of seeing that happen. Like it's already taking all day, Yep. So we're gonna go in like this, make his lips, because we didn't do that yet. Let's see. I wish I would have known in advance. I would have had questions written down. What Massey P, what you said you find it hard using the pen? Like what pen are you using? Are you using like what tell me your hardware setup. I'm probably gonna take that lip out. Like that's stupid. The bamboo pen. Yeah, you know what? That bamboo pen, don't even use it. Like, go get something different. I had the bamboo pen, and that it's not even all that. It's not worth it. That's the lower end, I think, of what they offer. Okay, they offer another one. I think I can't remember what it's called, but I think, and I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the one that's wireless, right? The wireless one. The one that you gotta hook in through the USB. Yeah, that thing is trash. That is trash. Don't even use it. Let's see. Yeah, Wacom tablets are the best, but that bamboo one, man, don't even work. Don't even use it. I'm an advocate for everybody using a graphics tablet, but get a good one. I've shout out to I'm gonna give you guys some shout outs to some other people who are out here in the game, who's out here in the community that's actually doing it. Charlie Pangus, you guys know who Charlie Pangus is, right? For a while he was like reviewing graphics tablets, that was his thing. Yeah, Charlie Pangus, that was his thing. He was just all day in graphics tablets, and that was some cool ones that he came out with that he was talking about. But in my eyes, I just feel like, honestly, if I didn't have a MacBook and an iPad Pro, I'd probably be using a Wacom tablet or what is it, a Cintiq or something like that. I use a Cintiq. All right, he works with Bella Canvas now. Yeah, man. Like, I like Bella Canvas. They I did a few videos for them. They sent me out some shirts. They didn't send me out nearly as much as they gave him. Like, they gave him like 20 boxes of some shirts. You know, they gave me like one box, and it was like 5 shirts in there. And I was just gonna mock them all up. Like, I wanted to use those shirts for models. I wanted to get some models and stuff like that to pose in these shirts that they can use for mock-ups. You know, I would take some pictures of them, you know, and mock it up. You guys can change the colors based off of what they have on the website. They just didn't give me enough, you know. Yeah, he's going more towards the photography side, and the reason why is because graphic design is limited. Like, it's you have to evolve with the times, and if your skill doesn't evolve with the actual, you know, art style of what we're in today. So like, a lot of people are doing hand-drawn graphics and stuff like that. A lot of people aren't using like you know, graphic packs and stuff like that unless you're developing them. You know, a lot of people aren't using you know, Photoshop and stuff like that as much as they used to. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he's limited there, because, you know, he's actually been using Illustrator and stuff like that. He's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But I think for him, he's more on that artistic side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're going to make some art, and, you know, that's what he wants to do. For a lot of other people who are graphic, I mean, he's in graphic design, but graphic designers, they're looking more of that, they're looking more of that consistency stuff, you know. So yeah, he can do graphic design. You know, I've seen him do it. It's pretty good. You know, like his website, pretty laid out, solid. I like his website. I like his clean layout. But I think for him, he's just going more towards like just drawing and stuff like that, which is cool. And in photography, because, you know, hey, photography, like, you're always gonna need photography. You're always gonna need a good solid design. Yo, I saw that 20 boxes. Yeah, dude had 20 boxes. So in this case right here, so I'm gonna lock this down, and I'm gonna pull up another layer in between all of this stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this into one layer. I'm gonna bring up another layer. So at this point in time, you know, we can leave the line art like this. A client will buy this. I promise you, a client will be like, hey, I want this. Yeah, I want this. This is, you know, really good for me. Or you can color them out. Now, you guys know this is Illustrator, so we're gonna have, like, you know, that flat coloring or whatnot. Not really flat coloring. You guys got to come up with a color scheme, but we got to get some skin tones or whatnot. The way that you guys would get a skin tone, the way that you guys would get the skin tone is if you guys go into your layers panel, there's an eyedropper, okay? All right, click on the eyedropper, and I would honestly, for me, I always look for like a mid tone, right? Not really a dark tone, not really a super light tone, but a mid tone. So something like, oh well, shoot, you guys can't even see. Something a little bit like this. Let me see if I can pull it up. I made it on his face. I'm gonna put it on the outside. Something a little bit like that. All right. As a matter of fact, it's good to have this, so I'm gonna make a few more. You know, one of like his mid tone, one of his dark tones. All right, and then his highlights. Can y'all see it? Because I feel like it's blending in with the actual light or the background. We're just gonna name this color palette. It's good to have like a nice color palette of just skin tones. Okay, cool. So now let me bag up. I'm gonna open up the original like outline layer. Okay, so of his, like, all of his head, you know what I'm saying? And at this point in time, you know, I can make the line thicker if I want to. So because it's all connected, I can make it just a little bit thicker, you know. That just really depends on your art style. Or let me not even say that. Yeah, this is an art style thing. So this is really more like the art style. You know, you can switch the stroke from the inside to outside. This would be inside, you know, this would be outside. This is a hybrid of both, you know. So this is stroke in the center. I kind of like the outside stroke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ready to put some makeup on now. But now that we have that stroke or whatnot, I'm going to I want to copy this stroke. So you remember what I told you guys? It's good to have that layout. You know what I'm saying? Because now we can hit Command C on this, and on the new layer, if you hit Command F, it's gonna paste it in place. All right. We can take the eyedropper tool and get that light skin tone, you know, and that becomes the skin color. Y'all see how that worked? Now when I turn that off, let me I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn back on that background. And then I'm gonna turn back on this, and I'm gonna try to get like his eyes colored and stuff like that, his lips colored, you know. And that's just how that works, right? You know, we can make some colors in his ears or whatnot. You know, we can make this brownish, you know, or we can take, you know, that's just how that works. I can't even explain it more than that. Like, this is just how that stuff works, you know. And once you guys start getting it down and you start really practicing it, and you know, you get more clients. Or matter of fact, I wouldn't even just say clients. Just get a picture offline. Go get Chris Brown. Chris Brown is a cool guy to draw. You know, go from there. Yeah, it does take time. And I think I posted a picture. Let me see if I can find that picture. I posted a picture on my Instagram of something similar. Let's see if I can find it. Do you guys follow me on Instagram? I mean, I guess not, because some of you guys are just new. You know what I mean? I know some of you guys just now finding who I am. Finding out who I am, which is cool because, hey, like, it is what it is. I'm not upset with that. Let's see if I can find this picture real quick so I can show it. Okay, if y'all remember, I posted this picture on my Instagram. Alright. This here, I mean, I was kind of, because I did it in a tutorial, and that tutorial is coming up next week. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys subscribe to that, I'm explaining this specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like how I actually did this. And this is also another one of my mock-ups, you guys. So if you guys want that, Patreon. But this here, it took an hour in the video to make, but I was explaining it as I went. I think it takes about 15-20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that was with the actual drawing tablet. Then I did it, the Ludacris Chicken and Beer album cover. I'm brand new. They mad. I'm gonna share some other things with you guys, man. Like, I want to talk to you guys about those pop designs that I've been doing. Let's see if I can bring that up real quick. Open recent. Because I was actually getting ready to sell. that as a graphic pack or whatnot. I was like, you know what? I want to sell this as a graphic pack, but then I was like, you know what? This matching my branding too much. I'm letting my branding go, and I'm not trying to do that. So I brought it back in, but I definitely want to show you guys this stuff. And this is the reason why I'm doing this. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, like, what's gonna happen here is everybody that's subscribed to my Patreon account. I know I keep talking about it. I'm sorry, but everybody that's subscribed to my Patreon account, gets, you know, an actual, what is it, pop mock-up or whatnot, you guys. Like, you guys get, not the pop mock-up, but you get a pop version of yourself, you know. And that's something that I think that you guys would pretty much like. Let's see, let's get this up. I gotta find it. I lost it. This is dope. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. I'm telling you. All right. The larger one, of course. Let me see. Okay, I gotta go into OBS real quick. Make a quick adjustment. OBS, Photoshop. We're gonna go into so I gotta come up real quick. I have this cartoon of myself and see what it looks like. To manipulate photos like that would be great. Yeah, this is actually this little mock-up that I posted on that I just put up there for you guys, that was made in Photoshop. I only did it on Photoshop because I felt like, you know, not a lot of people are really well, you guys are interested in Illustrator, but that's gonna go over so many people's heads because, you know, a lot of people aren't really learning Illustrator yet. You know, I'm gonna give you guys, like I said, I'm thinking about putting a Udemy course, or I'm trying to put it on YouTube. If I put it on YouTube, it'll get more, I feel like it'll be more popular, and I can charge $5 for each, you know, for each lesson, which there'll probably be like, what, 10 lessons in Illustrator. I can give you guys 10 actual beginner lessons from Illustrator, which would be pretty good. Or I can put it on Udemy. Whoops, sorry about that. I can put it on Udemy, and it costs more, but then it'd just be private for you guys specifically. You know what I'm saying? So you guys let me know what's up, man. I'm just waiting for this Photoshop stuff to open up real quick. Let me see here. It's just taking a second because it's super large. This is a 5 gigabyte Photoshop, you know what I'm saying, template that I was building out specifically for my Patreon subscribers, but I had to pull back on because I was actually getting ready to sell my brand on accident, and I was just like, nah, I can't do that, you know. Shout out to it says 13 people that's watching me right now, but shout out to all you guys that are here today, you know what I'm saying. You know what? My little cousin got on here earlier. He said, you know, why don't you stream video games? And I was like, I was thinking about it. How many people here play spades? How many people know how to play spades? Can you critique my outline on this stream? Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll download it from Instagram, and then I'll put it up on here, and we'll talk about it. All right? Can you got to the Print Squad page on Facebook and become a member so we can go live? Yeah, I can do that. I'll have some questions for your next live. Man, I'm a spades champ. I can play spades. Yeah, so I was thinking about streaming spades from my cell phone on live or whatnot, and the spades that I have on my phone is called what's this called? A-Star Spades? No, it's called Spades Plus. Okay, it's called Spades Plus, and it allows you to bring in a friend and all that stuff, and you guys can play against other people. Yep. And you know, what better way to show that you're dope or to show that you got some real good friends and stuff like that than to, you know, whoop them up on spades. So let me see here if I can find this. Hit okay. Alright. Let's see if I can size this out right quick. Okay, so this is one of my this is my template, you guys. This is what I built out, okay? Oh man, it's kind of slow because like I said, it's 5 gigabytes. It's 5.6 gigabytes, you know what I'm saying? So it's doing its own little thing, but let me see here. You can change this hairstyles, you know what I'm saying? Like just straight clicks of buttons, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this on my Instagram already. You know what I'm saying? We can change it from girl to dude, you know. And change the man's skin tone and stuff. I put freckles on him. Playing games was keeping me from getting work done. Yeah. Yeah, playing games. Well, back when I was a content watcher, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking about doing like Photoshop stuff. This was back in 2013, 2014. I was thinking about, you know, starting a YouTube channel and stuff like that. I was thinking about playing Pokemon on there because, you know, them Pokemon streamers right now, man, they make so much money right now on YouTube. And this was back in 2013, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking about playing like Pokemon, Call of Duty and stuff like that, and then doing like graphic design work on the side as well on my YouTube channel. But every time I went to start it, I would end up watching somebody's streams and stuff like that, or playing the game for myself. So I was just like, dang, can't do. You know what I mean? But I had to put the game down, and the moment I put the game down is when I started my YouTube channel, and it was good to go. But no, let's talk about this real quick. Yeah, so I created this like little character or whatnot that you know, you guys are seeing. This is my logo for my actual channel, and this is my logo for my brand. You guys see this all the time. But I made it customizable to where anybody can use it. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, if anybody wants to get on here and actually like, you know, fix this up for themselves and make their own little thing or whatnot. And I pretty much I was going to give it to my Patreon subscribers, but then that would just be giving everything that I have out, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm not really ready to sell my brand like that, you know what I'm saying? But in this situation, you know, we have this dark skinned guy where he's kind of brown skinned, but you know, I can make him look chocolate by just putting in, you know, just a few. Oh, that was chocolate. But I can put in like just a few little things here and there, you know, to change up his skin tone, you know, make him darker, you know, make him light skinned by, you know, I created the hacks for this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Dude can be a light skinned guy if you want to, you know, you can be fair skinned, you know. It's just, I wanted to make something fully customizable that I might even put like out on my website, you know what I'm saying, to where people can go in and just kind of like do that, you know. Different color shirts, different shirt sizes. You know, you want to change the shirt color from what, you know, this yellow to like, you know, another color, maybe like a blue or something like that. Fully customizable, you know. And then it don't even have to be a guy. Like, you can make it a woman, you know, a woman with any color hair, anything. You know, I've always showed the woman, but I never really showed the guy out, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'll do the guy. So you got like a low cut, you know, we have like a taper fade. You know, we could put like a beard on this dude, you know. See if I can find some beard. Let's take the freckles off and put like a beard on him, you know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be that beard. It can be like just the regular 5 o'clock shadow, you know what I mean? We can give him like the Chris Brown 5 o'clock shadow, or the one that I have right now, you know what I'm saying? We give him like the beard that's on my actual Rod Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to make something fully straight up customizable. This is Photoshop. I was using this on Photoshop. Hold on, let me put in this Instagram real quick. kind of like the ice cream guy. Yeah, that's actually the motivation. But the ice cream guy is a whole lot more. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it modern. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being like squares, cause like the ice cream guy is more of like a square thing. You know what I'm saying? And he has like nice shoes and all that stuff. Cause I think that's what they were doing. They were trying to make shoes, but then they ended up making t-shirts. So I'm actually gonna do a case study on building. It's called the Billionaire Boys. Billionaire Boys, yeah. But theirs was more a lot like square, you know, a lot more edges and stuff like that. I want to make this one rounder and a little bit more dimension wise, you know what I'm saying? So like I have you know, shadows and stuff like that and all that extra type of stuff. There's other people out here doing the same thing though. And it doesn't look like this, but it's close to it, you know. Let me see, playing games. Yeah, man, Fortnite. Man, if I play Fortnite the way I used to play, who remembers Age of the Empires? Anybody know Age of the Empires? And it's almost like Fortnite, except like you build a whole squad, you build a whole army, and it's set in like, it might just be like Fortnite low key. It's set in like those eras where, like, you know, until the Hun was taking over the world, or, you know, it's back in those type of days, you know what I'm saying, those colonial days and stuff like that. But I would play Fortnite. If I was playing Fortnite right now, I'd be all day in Fortnite right now on my computer, and you guys wouldn't even see me get anything. I played back in 2000. Man, there was another game out there. Man, you can just squad up and just whoop people up, you know what I'm saying? And amazing game, you know what I'm saying? But those games, I was hoping for those games to come back around, and then Fortnite came out. Yeah, Billionaire Boy Club, that's the spot. And that was Pharrell's version of this, you know what I'm saying? But I think they let that go, and like I said, theirs was more of like a square. Mine's just consistent like circles, as you can see. The shape work is just a little bit, I pulled inspiration from it, you know what I'm saying? But I also took inspiration from like other things out there. Yeah, man, it was just a matter of time for like, yep, Lil Wayne did one for Truck Fit. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look up that one, because I was, and of course, like, I think their eyes are different too, right? Hold on, let me look up Truck Fit real quick, because I think I remember seeing that, and I just like that sense of community that you get with it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, COD. Man, if I was playing Call of Duty today, Cynthia's back. You know, we can put earrings on this brother, you know what I mean? And we can change up the hair colors and stuff like that. Like, I just wanted to make something that was fully customizable, and almost like the emojis, like the Bitmojis and stuff like that that you guys see on like Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to make something like that. You know, we can give this thing like a fade, or not a fade, but like a color fade into something different, you know? Yeah, we can make this girl bald, you know? And I was playing around with it, and I was like, that kind of looks like Simply Nessa 15 when like I was doing it like this. And let me see, what did I do it? What was it? I had another one where it was just a straight up bald head. Let's see if I can find it. Buzz cut, I think it was, yeah. And then different color eyebrows and stuff like that, but it kind of looked like Simply Nessa. Am I using gradients? Well, no, these are halftones. Hold on, let me zoom in so you guys can see. This, it might crash because the Photoshop is this Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But as you can see, these are well, actually, yeah, these are gradients, but they're halftone gradients. You know what I'm saying? So darker, like, you know, circles in the front, and then they kind of fade out. You know what I'm saying? You sent me the truck fit one on IG. Did you guys send me some work on IG, and I'm gonna look at like 3 people's work on from IG, and I'll give you guys like a kind of like a little mini, what's it call it? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, this is it right here. Let me see if I can pull this from IG and put it up on here somewhere so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I definitely can't put it up on not on Instagram, but Photoshop, because that's gonna crash my stuff. So, man, Photoshop is a monster of a program, you guys. And if you guys, let me go back. If you guys send me some work on Instagram right now, I'll give you guys a critique. The first 3 people to do it. So this guy, the Don Shine, you already got one out. So I'm gonna like one of your stuff real quick and talk about it. Okay, Dan Payne 1, you guys got yours out. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this. So all I need is one more person. You send me some work right now. You send me some work right now on Instagram. I'm gonna review it, critique it. Let me see. So Wakanda. Yeah, right? Did OBS just go right back to this? Like, let me see. It looked like it went right back to Illustrator. Man, you guys, my dreads is getting longer, man. I remember when I started these. Scoob is a gamer girl. Nice. Look, hey, t-shirt chicks. Okay, bet. Check this out. Everybody said we need to do a collaboration. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking we can do a t-shirt together. Like, I can design a t-shirt for you, and then you can print it up, and then we can do a contest. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to do? You know, hit me up on IG. You got my phone number. You know, send me a text message. Let's talk about it. My back hurts when I reclaim this. Okay, so I'm waiting on what you call it, the airdrop, which is another reason why I don't like, you know what I'm saying, the MacBook Pro and all that stuff. I'm not a fan of MacBook because AirDrop sucks. As a matter of fact, like, here I am on my phone or whatnot, waiting for waiting for my iPhone to find my MacBook, which doesn't make sense because we're on the same network. It's so slow, man. Okay. Let's see, I'm just waiting for one more person to send me a graphic, and I'm gonna review it. Oh wait, shoot, he didn't even send me one. Well, screw it. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We're just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. So let's go back to the stream real quick. Are you guys seeing? Yeah, man, I need more RAM. And you know what? You can't do that with this old MacBook, man. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody from St. Louis has dreads. Yeah, you're right. Man, it seemed like everybody in the world right now is trying to have dreads, though. It seemed like every girl done got some dreads. Every guy is regrowing his dreads based from, from that sponge or whatnot that everybody was trying to do, that sponge technique. It seems like everybody's growing dreads out. Man, I tried to add some more memory to my old Mac, and it just wasn't working. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this in real quick, and I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison of like the truck fit, the Billionaire Boys version of this and whatnot, and then like my version of it. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to see if you can spot the differences or whatnot. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, man, back when we was in school, man, we was using Mac. We was using Apple for everything. I'm just gonna keep it real. We was playing video games on Apple. We was doing Oregon Trail on Apple. Man, but then you get out here and then it's just not it. It's just not it. I hate to say it. Like Apple MacBooks and all that stuff, man, they just fall short. So I'm gonna turn everything else off real quick so y'all can look. Alright, so do y'all kind of see the differences here? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's all overrated, man. And they make way too much money off that ish. See, I do see like the differences, right? So they have more of that. Well, this one here is truck fit. This is Lil Wayne's version, you know what I'm saying? But and his has more circles than mine, like the eyes are more, Japanese eyes, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? They spent more time on the shoes. You know what I'm saying? And then on this he gave it more characteristic by putting in like, a skateboard and all that stuff. But mine, I want people to, I want it to be more like, how can I say this? More like the Bitmoji type thing, except more consistent to like the style that I'm trying to create. Yep. Yeah, once Steve Jobs left, man, it was where, he was fired first, but then once he came back and then he passed away. Man, I was just talking about this with my cousin because we kind of have like that same relationship where he's a businessman, but he's not creative, and then I'm a creative. I'm not really a businessman, but when we come together, we create some powerful stuff. You know what I'm saying? If Steve Jobs had like a brother right now, you know what I'm saying, or back when he started Apple, you think he wouldn't have like been top? Like Apple would have been on top consistently every year, even after his death. You know what I'm saying? But on hindsight, look, check this out. On the flip side, McDonald's. Let's talk about McDonald's. Like McDonald's started off as a creative, you know what I'm saying? Like they were flipping burgers and they just wanted to make more money. So a business came in. So that's when the businessman came in and changed them up. You know what I'm saying? And I think where was I going with this? I feel like that's kind of like what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of like the Apple effect was they had a business, they needed the creative, but when the business left, they left them with creatives that weren't really, with the business. On the flip side, McDonald's was a creative that needed a business, but once the business came, it left the creatives in the it kind of put the creatives in the dark just a little bit. So now they have like, all these different dollar menus and stuff. Like, to be honest with you, the original dollar menu was the ish. Let's just keep it real. Like, they had McDoubles, you know what I'm saying? And then McDoubles was like, what was it? 2 cheese, 2 burgers, you know what I'm saying? And then they made the double cheeseburger, and they took away a piece of that cheese for the double cheeseburger, which is crazy. But then, then they had McChicken, and they had McChicken with cheese. You got that for $1. And then you got the spicy McChickens, you know what I'm saying? But, once that business was like, nah, man, we got to start saving money. We got to start doing all this stuff, and they lost the concept of what McDonald's was actually about, you know what I'm saying? Like a good burger, for starters, like that meat's not even real meat. I'm just going to keep it real, The meat's not even meat. It's chemically treated and all that stuff so they can last longer and all that. Like, they don't have to kill a bunch of cows. I mean, not saying that they want to, but they don't have to kill a bunch of cows anymore, because all that stuff is chemically treated to last for years, you know what I'm saying? McDonald's just ain't even what it is no more. It's not. It's more about the business, not the creativity, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Wendy's, you know what I'm saying? Wendy's, that's authentically about the taste, you know what I'm saying? Authentically about what this is. It's a luxury burger, you know what I'm saying? They don't really need the business to come in to like run their business, you know what I'm saying? But they really don't need it, you know what I'm saying? But Apple, on the flip side, they have the business, they just don't have the creatives, and it's just where it's at now. Now this is creative centric, you know what I'm saying? They're just like, well, shoot, we don't need like flash card, memory slots and stuff like that. Or shoot, we don't need USBs and all that stuff. They did it for the business to take over. Like, they're like, okay, now we can sell more assets. Now we can sell more hardware. Excuse me. Now we can sell more hardware. Now we can sell adapters and stuff like that. But who wants to buy adapters for their iPhone? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to buy adapters for their computer that's supposed to do what it's supposed to do? I'm a photographer. I want to put my memory card into my computer, but I can't do it because that computer doesn't have a memory card slot for me. So who are you guys making this computer for? It's not for the creative, because the creative can't make what he has to make on this computer. And then it slows down. And it doesn't have enough RAM. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a spot to put graphics cards in. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, but ain't nobody about to bust open their $2,000 MacBook Pro or $2,000 computer, iPad, and not iPad, but a Mac computer to put in a graphics card or whatnot that may or may not mess out the warranty. Like, that might put you out your warranty. You know what I'm saying? So, in my eye, I just kind of feel like, Apple, yeah, they fell off. All that stuff just fell off. McDonald's fell off. You know what I'm saying? Apple fell off. It is what it is. I think, man, my back's starting to hurt sitting in this chair. I think it's about time. Is Cynthia still on here? Is T-shirt chick still on here? Or is she gone? The old Macs can use CD trays for memory. Psh. Man, my CD drive, man, forget that. Them used to take the CD, eat it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go back into Photoshop real quick. I need to pull up a new document on Photoshop because I want to show you guys some more stuff. I'll show you guys some basic manipulation on Photoshop real quick, and then I think that I'm gonna call it after this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, like Apple computers, man, they make sure that you can't upgrade that much, because if you upgrade it, one, you're kicking yourself out the warranty, and then two, you're probably gonna break it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what you're doing, but I'm not gonna be the guy that breaks my computer, because if I break my computer, then I'm gonna be, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep myself YouTube friendly, but like, you could just get you a regular Lenovo computer or whatnot. Take that mug, put in a bunch of graphics cards, put in a bunch of memory. That mug is faster than your MacBook. Man, it just is what it is. Trying to open up a new I'm probably gonna do, I think I'm gonna make a mock-up real quick for you guys. I'm gonna list this one I'm gonna actually put this one on my Patreon account for free, so you guys don't even have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't have to pay for my Patreon. If I put this one up, you can guys just go ahead and download it, and it'll be there for you guys. So I'm gonna make one real quick, assuming that Photoshop doesn't bust down on me, because everything's moving so slow, because, you know what I'm saying, MacBooks suck, but it is what it is. Man, I haven't updated my stuff since, I don't know when the last time I updated my computer, man. I ain't trying to. Man, I ain't trying to update my computer. Update that mug and break down tomorrow. Let's see if I can find something off of Pexels real quick. Yeah, man, you update MacBook, you low-key giving it up. Same thing with the iPhones, man. My iPhone was running super good last year, but once I hit that maximum memory or whatnot, and I had to delete everything, and my stuff went there. Man, heck no. don't even, man, because, like, they don't even care about all that. Like, it is what it is. Let's see if I can find a picture. I know I have a picture that I was working on, but I gotta find it. I just type in JPEG or something. How long have we been on stream today, man? I think this is about, what, 3 hours? See if I can find something for you guys that I can mock up and just let you guys have for coming on stream for me for this long, because I know this is I know I'm giving out you guys some value, but shoot, I already know. People got things to do. Or shoot, y'all don't. It's Saturday night. Saturday night. If y'all had things to do, y'all have been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody here going to the club, are you? I'm gonna have in a few more days, I'm gonna have a political video coming up, right? It's going to allow somebody to come on channel or whatnot and pretty much talk about business. You know, she's running for, what is it called? License collector. So how many of you guys ever, like, registered y'all's business? You know what I'm saying? Like, just registered your business so you can, operate as a functional business. Oh, shoot, my girl calling. How many of y'all's, like, had a business that y'all was pretty much registered and just did it? You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out. I'm half legit. You haven't registered your business yet? Okay, we're gonna work with this one right here. Well, what she's gonna do is she's gonna she's campaigning to be the next license collector here in St. Louis, which is good for people who are trying to start their business, because they get funding for that type of stuff. what is it, they get funding for that type of stuff, and she works also with insurance and all that, and keeping your business pretty much relevant. I think that's pretty good for people who are trying to get into it. I think, yeah, Photoshop is doing its own thing. I don't know what's up, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit this like this, and then come back in like this. Yeah, Photoshop is starting to do its own thing. Maybe if I close this down. Okay, maybe if I do something like this. Let's close all this down real quick and then open it back up. I in, but not a sole proprietor yet. Yeah, man, she was telling me all the benefits and stuff like that, but you guys will definitely see it the moment I put that video up. I had a tax company down in Lou before I moved. Man, look, I think St. Louis about that. I'm trying to get YouTube space in here. Like, I'm trying to get YouTube to pretty much, you know, mess with us. Put up a little spot down here where we can have studio time. There's like, I think there's like 10 people out here that have really popular channels, like 500,000 more. You know what I'm saying? There was one dude out here and he did toy reviews. I'm not sure if you guys even remember him. A lot of people's kids watched him, and yeah, man, Photoshop on his own thing. He used to do toy reviews and stuff. I think his name was Toy Review. I can't remember, but what he did was him and his kids was reviewing toys or whatnot. But what messed him up was he would do skit videos, and you know that's when YouTube was really cracking down on those skit videos and stuff like that. He had his daughter peeing on another one of his daughters or whatnot, and yeah, St. Louis wasn't with it. St. Louis was like, we not with you on that one, bro. So they shut down his entire channel. They shut dude down so quick, man. They erased all his stuff, all his income gone. Yeah, YouTube on its own thing right now. Not YouTube, Photoshop. Photoshop is tripping. Let's see if I can start this over. And that's the one thing I hate about Photoshop, is that this thing just goes, man. I don't understand. How many of you guys know how to use After Effects, or have y'all heard of After Effects? Man, my back is killing me. We been on this mother for 3 hours. Man, After Effects is almost like Photoshop in a way. In a way, it's almost like Photoshop. You guys will definitely like that. And if you play around with it, you'll definitely get it. Yeah, Photoshop is on this thing right now. I'll probably have to make it off screen and then just like, I don't know, let you guys get it or whatnot. Send you guys a link, you know what I'm saying, that you guys can get that from. But it's directly on my Patreon account. So if you guys subscribe to me, today, if Photoshop doesn't come back up, because it kind of just crashed and died on us, if it doesn't come back up, I'm just gonna put a link where you guys can get that mock-up for free. Yeah, we've been on this thing for 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 6 seconds and counting. Hey, Scoob though, ain't you T-shirt chick's sister or a brother? Sorry, not brother, not sister. My bad. Aren't you T-shirt chick's brother? Alright, it just came back up. Man, that PewDiePie chair, man. Hey, if y'all want to pull together and give me a chair, that PewDiePie chair, man, that mug leans all the way back without breaking. Nah, y'all are just best friends. Cool. Alright. Alright, so check this out. I mean, I've done this stuff on my channel a lot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dang. I've done this on my channel a lot, you guys, so I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this. Well, I guess not, because a lot of you guys are new. So, here's a picture, alright? And you guys want to mock this up. Now, I've seen a lot of people make mock-ups and, you know, not really make a good one. You know what I mean? And this is a photo manipulation that a lot of people want to get into, because you always want to make your stuff look like somebody's wearing it. You know what I'm saying? So, we want to make a mock-up, and I'm going to pick a graphic. I'll find a graphic in a second. In this situation, we're going to put an actual graphic on her shirt, and we're going to make the shirt actually work. I mean, we're going to make the graphic actually look like it's on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to make it look real. Alright? So the first thing that you want to do, okay, is you want to make a copy of the background layer. So when you start up Photoshop, you drop this in or whatnot, or you open up an image in Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? Either way, whatever your process is on this is what you do. You make a copy of it, alright? And that one, we can just turn off for a second, alright? We can just turn it off. You guys can't see my layers panel because of the layout, alright? But up under that copy that you made, up under this copy that you made, just hit new layer. Alright, you're gonna make a new layer, and then inside of this new layer, any color that you want, just get the paint bucket tool, dump a color in. Okay, I'm just gonna use white. Okay, do you guys know how to make a smart object? Because you guys got to make a smart object real quick. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys don't, it's really super simple. Just right click on the layer. Okay, go where it says convert to smart object. Alright, that's going to give you guys access to pretty much drop this stuff in. Okay, so on that new layer that you made, you want to right click, go to where it says convert to smart object. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take that smart object layer, so that same layer that we just made into a smart object, we're going to hit Command J to duplicate that layer, and you're going to put that layer on top of everything. Okay, so you're going to bring that layer to the very top, and you're going to turn off the eyeball for it. Okay, now the layer that you guys use to duplicate this original layer, you want to turn that back on. Okay, and you want to make a clipping mask of that layer to the graphic layer that you just made, the original graphic layer, not the one that you turned off. I know that sounds confusing, so let me see if I can. Let me change the layout. It's just better if I change the layout real quick. Let's see if I can do this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Okay, I think this is gonna work right here. Okay, so over here in this layers panel, can you define what a clipping mask is used for? A clipping mask, I can show you what a clipping mask is used for. Alright, so let's just say you have a shape. Okay, got a square. Alright, and you want to, instead of like cutting things out and all that stuff, and you know, instead of like blending things in, or you know, using a layer mask to like create another shape with this, you know what I'm saying, you can create a clipping mask that's gonna go on top of it and only show wherever like that original square is at. So let's just say this square is pink, and in some areas you want this clipping mask, you want this layer to be pink, but you don't want to like go through and make that shape, right? So what you would do is you would use a clipping mask to clip that to that actual square, and then boom, you got it like that. Makes sense? Sorry bro, quick question. Can you still use Illustrator on my old MacBook Pro from 2004? Yeah. Yes, you can. Will it suck? Yeah, it's definitely gonna suck. It's gonna be slow. So I would, yeah, you can, but just, you know, just know that it's not gonna be the best experience, I guess you can say. Okay. Okay, so now that we have made this clipping mask, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do this because I didn't really show you. All right, you're gonna right click on the layer that's above. So we're gonna call this layer here the graphics layer. I didn't really name it, so I'm just gonna name it now. Graphics. Okay. You're gonna use this layer right here on top of it. You're gonna clip it to that graphics layer. All right. So right click, clipping mask goes on the graphics layer. Okay. Okay. And then you're gonna take the layer that you clip to the graphics layer. You're gonna take that layer and you're gonna put that on a multiply. Okay. You're not seeing anything happen right now because there's no graphic in that graphics layer. But if I was to double click on this top layer, which is, you know, our drop layer for our graphics. So I'm just gonna name that. Double click here to drop graphics. Okay, so if you click on top of this layer, like you double click on it, it's gonna open you up to a new layer, or to a new composition real quick. So let me go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. Oh wait, it already did it. Oh, dope. Okay, so here I can drop in my graphics. I can turn off this white layer. I can put a graphic in here. So I'll freaking put in like this dude here, you know. Alright, we can save this out. Hit Command S, so that's gonna save that. We can close this down and it's gonna appear here. But see, the reason why I put this multiply layer on this graphics layer is that so we can see everything. So we can see like all the outlines and stuff like that. So we can see like, you know, the texture from the shirt come through the graphic. You know what I'm saying? That's what we really wanted with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and scale this down real quick, hitting Command T to bring that back in. All right, and it's gonna sit like right here. All right. Now, to make this look real, okay? Because, you know, a lot of people want that. They want that look real look in like Photoshop, because that's what it is. It's about photo manipulation. We got to first desaturate this shirt, okay? So hitting Command U, bring the saturation on this shirt on that layer 1 that's clipped to the actual graphic. We got to bring that down. All right. Then on top of that, hit Command L, which is a levels layer. All right, we want to bring up the dark points because that's what we need from this shirt. We need to make sure that we can see like all the wrinkles and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Have you guys seen the moment that I started playing with these sliders, the wrinkles, you can see the wrinkles more now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need from this. Okay. Hit OK. All right. But physically on this graphic, we got to change things up. Now, one thing that I don't like that a lot of people do, you know, is the whole simple fact that you know, like they forget to blur out this image, so this image is not really blending with the shirt, because the blurs on this shirt is so much bigger. You know what I'm saying? There's more blurs on this shirt than it is on the graphic, which means that this shirt graphic is sharp, and you know, it's blurry on the background. So we need to manipulate that to where it looks consistent. So I'm gonna go into filter, I'm gonna go into blur, and then I need to make a Gaussian blur for the actual shirt graphic to make that blend in. Now, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, it blurring in right now, it's a little too blurred, but it seems like it kind of fits in, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? So if we drop this down some to like maybe a fifth, maybe a second, you know what I'm saying, a third, that looks pretty good right there. It doesn't have to be too much of a blur, but you know, it gives us that blur feel, so it looks like it's blending in. Okay, that's one way to make it look real. We can double click on this, bring it up to a fourth, and that looks good too. Okay, another thing that we can do is we can add a displacement map, and a displacement map is gonna pretty much make the graphic move a little bit more with the shirt, right? So let's just say, I don't know, we take this background layer, turn that into a smart object, and double click on it, and just make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Did I lose you guys, or are we still here? We desaturate this shirt, you know, we desaturate this picture. Command L, make it darker, as dark as we can, to where we can still see, like, you know, the lines and stuff like that. Okay, hit OK, and then we can save this out. Alrighty. And when we save this, let me just make sure that you guys can see how I'm saving this. You can't. When we save this out, we want to save this as a we want to be able to save this as a PSD instead of a I think it's coming as a PSB, which is not what we need. We need a PSD. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys change that up. I know you guys can't see this, but this displacement map is going to help you guys out. Say, what is this? This is a live stream mock-up. Okay. You want to save it as a Photoshop document, and you want to call it displacement. So I'm sure you guys aren't seeing this because it's, yeah, OBS sucks. You know what I'm saying? Just MacBook all the. I'm gonna stop. Not gonna talk about them. But yeah, so we're gonna come back into this. All right, I'm gonna delete out that layer, and we're gonna go to the graphics layer, and then we're gonna go into filter, distort, and displace. Whenever you want to come up. Okay. Normally I don't like displacing more than like 5, and I think the pixels on this is not all that good, so we're gonna say like 3. Okay, 3 on a horizontal scale, 3 on a vertical scale. Let me just make sure that you guys can see this, which you can't. Oh man, my mom calling me. Okay, hit that displacement map, hit OK, hit open, and there you go. As you can see, the shirt, the graphic now moves with the shirt just a little bit more. All right. And then just because like we need to add some noise to this, because like the actual picture itself is a little noisy, I'm gonna add just a little noise here and there. So I'm gonna put like the amount of like 2, and then hit OK. So we have some noise on this shirt graphic, and we have, like, you know, the graphic just pretty much works together. So let me just turn off all the smart filters so you can see where we came from. We came from a pretty much you know, very sharp image that doesn't really work with the actual picture to a shirt that actually moves with the picture. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a little messy. You know what I'm saying? Like this displacement map, you know, it's kind of, you know, being on its own thing. It's doing its own little thing, and we can change that up by just, you know, making this a 2-on-2. But do you see how like the shirt moves, like the graphic moves with the shirt? So like, you know, this, you have this wrinkle right here in the shirt of the graphic. I mean, the graphic is and the shirt is just moving together. So like, that's just what it's doing. Oh man, my mom left voicemail. Shoot. That's one thing. And it would just call this graphics. So we'll just put all these into one group and call it graphics. The next thing we want to do is make sure that we can like change the color of the shirt. Now, this is going to get a little complicated because of our hair. But you guys, I just taught you guys the pen tool, right? So this shouldn't be all that hard. So just take the pen tool, you know, and just go through the shirt, and you'll pretty much be able to click out the shirt as much as you can. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys a hack. Or not a hack, but like a rule here that I kind of use, that a lot of people use or whatnot. But if you click inside of the shirt instead of like trying to get the outlines of it, you know what I mean? Like you can get you'll get a better cut versus like trying to go on the outsides and stuff like that. So do what you can like this. You know what I mean? And then come back through. What y'all think about this? Remember, we're trying to just select out the shirt. You know what I'm saying? We're not really selecting too much out. But we just need to get this shirt going. Yeah, you gotta do this pen tool thing a whole lot more, man. Once you start figuring out this pen tool, I'm gonna make some more videos on it, but like the moment you get the pen tool down, like you're gonna feel like there's nothing that you cannot do in Photoshop or Illustrator, because that stuff is just gonna get easier as it go. You know, honestly, like this is challenging as it is right here. Like this is real challenging, okay? And I don't even think what I'm doing right here with this hair, I'm not even 100% sure it's gonna work because her hair is red, you know. But I'm gonna try to make it work as much as possible. Well, honestly, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm gonna be 100 with you guys on this, right? The thing about Photoshop is everything is a pixel, all right? And with that being said, you can manipulate pixels, you know what I'm saying, on the fly if you want, you know, but I'm trying to get something accurate. I'm trying to get something a little accurate, and once things start really coming together, you know, I'll start like using the brush to like manipulate these pixels. But right now I'm trying to get like an accurate cut around everything, and once that comes together, then I'll go back in and kind of fix it up. The merge tool is a lifesaver, huh? Tell me a little bit more about this merge tool, man. Like, just because I'm here teaching don't mean I can't learn. See if I can go around here real quick. You know, I made a video not too long ago, and the message in the beginning of the video was you need to file and save. Like, go to file and save, like, as much as possible. Yeah. There ain't no joke working on something like this. The pen tool, you go through a whole project pen tooling, right? And then, you know, Photoshop decides to crash on you. Photoshop decides to crash on you, you know what I mean? And you didn't save. And then you have to wait for it to come back, and sometimes it won't come back. Oh, man. And this instance right here is one of those instances where, like, it won't save because it's not going to save where you was at as far as, like, their last pen tool entry. You know what I'm saying? It's going to wait for you to do something different, like, you know, turn it all into a selection and then, you know, look for that. This was really loose, you guys. Like, I did as much as I could on this one. But yeah, once you get this, you know, right click, turn that into a selection. You know, I like to feather mines at like 1 pixel or whatnot, and then put that on a layer mask or whatnot, and this is what you get. Okay, if we want to change the color, we bring up a photo filter. Okay, put that on the color. I like the photo filter mines around like 87, 88, or not 87, but 97, 98. I think 97 be alright right now. And put a clipping mask on that, and boom, we got the color for the shirt. But like I said, if someone used a full circle but put something over it to make a half circle, the rest of the circle is still behind it. So if you select those parts, okay. See, like I was saying, like I'm gonna have to go back in with the brush. You know, a soft brush, not even a hard brush, but like a soft brush, and then brush out this hair. You know, all this stuff is just pixels, you know what I mean? And you can manipulate pixels, so that's the good thing about Photoshop. That's the one good thing about Photoshop and graphic design. It's like you can go in here and you can change up these pixels. Matter of fact, I dare say that like I can possibly even like change the color to something else. Yeah. If I change the color to blue, it's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, that looks pretty bad actually. I'm probably gonna work on this more off screen, but you guys do get the gist of this, right? Like, and drop the hardness down to like nothingness, drop the opacity down some like this, and just go through. Now, that's still kind of rough. Yep. But if you play with it enough, you get that, and you can be able to change the color of the shirts and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna continue to play with this real quick, just because I know this is gonna take a little while. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not ready to get off the stream with you guys. Layers, stuff in the background is gone. Yep. This is one of those shirts, but yeah, because her hair is in the way, this is one of those shirts that's gonna take a while for you to like color to get her hair out. And I did a video on that before. Like I did a video on like how to remove hair from like a, you know, a background and all that stuff. Let's see if I can get it going. I'm losing so much more detail in this, which is not a problem, you know what I'm saying? But for those who want it to look real photorealistic, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna have to spend some time on it, you know. And I'll definitely have that link for you guys for when you want to download it and all that stuff. Bring the flow back up, the opacity back up. Y'all can change the flow too. And changing the flow of like your brush is more like layering. Not layering, but being able to layer to get that realistic paintbrush like feel, you know what I'm saying, with your actual brush, you know what I'm saying? So like if you want to layer different colors on top of each other and whatnot, you know, you can use the flow and the opacity to do that. Okay. So this looks good right here. But there we go, man. I think this is good. So we can change the color of the shirt whenever we want to. Make it look blue. Make it green. Make it orange, red, you know, purple, all that extra stuff. The hair looks good with it. You know, the shirt graphic looks good with it. You know, even if we want to, like, you know, put the opacity of the graphic down to like what, 95, so it actually shows more of that color of the shirt. You know, that looks good too. So this graphic will be available on my Patreon. I'm gonna put this up tonight, and then there's gonna be a link to it so you guys can get it. But I think today I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it. So let me see what we got going on back here. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today. So I had a good one, man. I think I'm gonna start doing this. Like I said, I'm gonna do it on Fridays, Friday nights, and stuff like that. So Friday night, you know, talk and draw, or design and draw with Rob Loyal. But I think today is enough for me. My back is hurting and I have other things to do now. So thank you guys for coming out. I'm happy to see you guys out here, and I hope to see you guys some more real soon. Okay? Stay amazing, stay creative, but above all else, stay awesome. You guys have a nice night.